Wake up with the sun in a steaming cup. Tune into the show where the vibes heat up. The Morning Mac got the flavor, got the glow. Start it right, let your energy flow. High takes rising like the morning brew. Fresh ideas and a laugh or two. From the first headline to your daily dose. This is the show where your spirit goes. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Sip it slow, feel the rhythm hit your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Dreams alive. The Mac got the groove, keeping you in stride. No snooze, just choose to wake up bold. This is your hour, let your story unfold. New ideas with the sunrise spark. Fuel for your fire when the world feels stark. Spinning the tracks of your mental glow. Every listen's a hit on the Morning Mac Show. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Vibes grow. New ideas with a sunrise spark. Fuel for your fire when the world feels stark. We're spinning the tracks of your mental glow. Every listen's a hit on the Morning Mac Show. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Sip it slow, feel the rhythm hit your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Roll out of bed, bring your dreams alive. The Mac got the groove, keeping you in stride. No snooze, just choose to wake up bold. This is your hour, let your story unfold.
Grand rising, everybody. I know you're probably so why she's standing up there just a cheeser like a Chester cat. I don't know what's going on with my phone. I don't even know why it's ringing. Let me see if I could. It's Damian Seaman. Let me decline it. Molly, could put the telephone number up for the people if they want to call in and say something. Okay, because I'm doing my show, people. Y'all can't call me now unless it's a hospital emergency. All right, I know y'all say, why is she just grinning and smiling? Because I had a beautiful time with my family.
How are you?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I just have to let everybody know. This is where Shades of Blue come from. I sing almost all the characters from Shades of Blue from this book at that function. And it was hilarious. Hilarious. That was the first time I've been together with all them characters in a long, long time. But those Shades of Blue by A.M. Moore to get this good book. And you know why I was able to be around all the people and all the outdoors and everything? Because I fortified myself taking my vitamins and mineral and my lovely sea moss from the great Molly Mall. So let him fix up your body and let me work on your mind. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But I had an excellent time with the wedding. My cousin, her name is now Janelle Cameron McFarland Kithcart. I don't think she hyphened her last name. I think it's just Kithcart. So I don't think she had to use her maiden name anyway. I don't know how it goes. But I'll find out one day soon. Maybe, maybe not. But anyway, she was so beautiful. And he was so handsome. And it was a really joyous occasion. The day was beautiful. It was a pretty blue sky. Because I remember I looked up at the sky. And I was just thanking God because it was just so beautiful. And I know that my uncle, I know he was watching. Wherever he was at, I know he saw his granddaughter get married. You know, I thought it just wouldn't be the same, but it was really, some busy work. It was really beautiful. And I even danced a little bit, did a little two-step. These old knees ain't what they used to be, but I'm gonna work on it. But what I did want to tell y'all that I caught the bouquet in theory. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why it's in theory. Because when the bouquet was tossed to me, somebody jumped in front of me and snatched it out of my hand. gotta be quicker than that. I'm like, wow. Because it was like right here, and I was just right here. Something said, no. I was like, this thing, because I grabbed this thing, my flowers. And she was just laughing, and we was touching all the flowers. Here go my aunt. You might as well give it to her. And she gonna beat you up at the car. I'm like, no. But you stole my gold. You stole my thunder. I was like, I finally caught it. It was just to symbolize something, just a mental goal in my head. But anyway, I caught it in theory. Okay. So with that being said, let's get on with the show. We got some guests already in the house talking about Monday Madness, and I know some people got some stuff to do. Let's introduce first my
with the sun in a steaming cup. Tune into the show where the vibes heat up. The morning man got the flavor, got the glow. Started right, let your energy flow. High takes rising like the morning brew. Fresh ideas and a laugh or two.
What's up, y'all?
First headline to your daily dose. This is the show where
these two special people I'm going to introduce because they are workaholics. They're always at work when the Morning Mac show come on, and they bless us from time to time by tuning in. But they are rarely on screen with us. But they're here today. Let's give it up. Let's give it up for Mimi, my girl Mimi, and let's give it up for LA Josh Preston, the host of the podcast.
Already knew it.
This is your hour, let your story unfold.
What's up? The bouquet. She's flexing early in the morning, flexing hard on you with the bouquet.
I have a beautiful I'm holding on to the bouquet.
Who got it?
I got it. The one and only.
Yeah,
how about
one that didn't even say they wanted it. But
ain't that how love goes? You ain't looking for it, but it finds you. So yeah.
Right. Sometimes shit just come to you. If I get that
no, I mean, how about you jump in front of me and snatch it out of my hand?
I'm an athlete. I took my chance. I shot. That's how they say you shoot your shot. I got my shot.
I got mine. How about that?
She did.
Shot me.
Right.
Good morning, fam. How y'all doing this morning?
Good for real. It's a decent morning.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. It's nice out.
Expiration date on that bouquet catching.
Well, the bouquet catcher?
Yeah, what?
You can't say. Maybe it's timeless. We don't know.
Strategic planning.
Oh.
Strategic plan. We're gonna put that on the altar.
Right, that part.
I know all the dudes that was there with their girlfriends was happy. You know, like let the single women catch it. You know, it's like don't let the women who already looking to get married catch it. Them dudes be scared for their girl to catch it. Like no, catch
No,
it.
no, 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 no.
They be fighting
Let's go
for
get
it.
something to drink.
But if that's the case, why y'all scared to marry or lock that girl down like in the legit way? Not get her pregnant,
Yeah,
but ring her up.
let us propose. You gotta let a man propose. You don't catch a
What's
damn
up, Kyle?
bouquet and say, "Look, I
We've
pulled
been
the
together
bouquet
for
for that."
5 years. When is enough time? Enough time.
Together for nobody 5 years. You
At
pulled
about
that
4 or
damn-
5 years, we don't hear nothing. You better ask some questions.
I'm just saying, like it's time to pull the trigger.
Somebody say something. Green light somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Why Molly got the David Green filter on right
I
Didn't I
listen.
say he look like Gollum?
Like 3 people said something about that.
Uh-huh.
At least you acknowledged it. Shit. I say he look like David Green every time he get on the show. He's not locked. He's not unlocked yet. You gotta get some more points and unlock him as a character.
I bought the David Green skin. You know?
David Green skin.
Nah, he remind me of the for real like that. He remind me of the banker that's on what's the name of that show?
Oh,
Let's
Deal or
make a
No
deal.
Deal.
Deal or no deal.
Yeah, that's behind the glass on the phone and shit.
I don't know why I look like that. It's the angle I think I'm at. And
Yeah, that part.
Well, let me tell y'all, this is a deal or no deal. This is a no deal for me because Target will not get see any more of my funds. But Misha was also explaining to me what they did about that DEI higher rollback. But Misha, you want to explain that what Target did, why people started boycotting Target, and I'm gonna give you the reason why other people need to.
Sure. I guess everybody was Target fans, however you want to claim it, and they would just live their life. Everything they needed was always at Target. But especially when the Floyd incident happened, Target kind of said, you know what, we believe in Black dollars, we believe in Black entrepreneurship, and we're going to back Black-owned businesses. For those of you who are like high on the social media platform, they started doing the Future Collective with like socialites and social media presences to have like these small capsule collections. They had vowed, I forgot how many millions or maybe billions of dollars, don't quote me on that, but they had vowed to like, you know, really dive into the community of Black and Browns. Well, right. The big thing that happened between them and Walmart, as soon as our current president was elected in November, Walmart dropped theirs immediately. Now it was when at the inauguration, around that time, that Target completely rolled back their DEI. They actually pulled products from the shelf. For people who remember that every Black product, hair product, personal hygiene thing that they carried were put on shelves in the back. They were slashed prices. Like they completely pivoted on what they would say. So a lot of Black churches, other organizations, I think even Al Sharpton was a part of some of the movement, that they was like, you know what, they don't deserve or need our Black money. So that's when a lot of Black people, Blacks and Browns, I'm not going to say all, you know, Blacks and Browns, because some people still go there, is you decide where your money goes and where you feel valued. But Blacks and Browns especially, and some people who are the other Caucasians, you know, decided that's not where they want their money to go. So when you go there, now there's no lines. You probably saw tons of things that people were doing things like on purpose. Like they would go in and fill up a cart and then leave it. I had this one guy I saw that he had rolled up he had like a cart and a half full of stuff. And he talked to the cashier. He was like, do you know what DEI is? And she's like, no, I don't. He said, and that's the problem. And left everything right there, her cashier. He was like, no, y'all don't represent us. You don't deserve our money. You lied. You reneged, whatever you want to call it, but you didn't make good on what you said you was going to do. So Target has taken a beating, and we continue to still. It's like a soft kind of like the boycott. It's like a soft boycott. No, we're not out picketing and such, but people have decided that they would rather pay higher prices, because you can go directly to these vendors like Tab Brown and it used to be the honey pot and some other Black entrepreneurs that. that were at Target. If you really want their products, you can go directly to them. You don't have to go to Walmart and Target or Amazon, even though we are a people of convenience and ease, and we want everything yesterday. I can put an order in for Amazon, and some of it could be here by 4 o'clock today. But if
Yeah.
you really want to make sure your money goes to the Black ownership and not to a corporation, to make sure you still honor that these companies, you can go directly to their own websites. It may cost you a little bit more. It may not come here today or tomorrow, but you know where your money's going. So to be at Target, I was a little like, but when in Rome, because we kind of in another city, state, and we don't know where everything is, and we're kind of on a time crunch. But just going in there looking for simple things, prices have jumped up, of course, but to look for something that you know, and I, like I said, I haven't shopped in Target in years because I'm not a Target person, but to know that they completely removed their plus size section, completely removed. Now I saw the biggest size they carry, at least in North Carolina, and she said the other stores are following other states, is a double XL. Now I can fit a double XL, so I didn't think to look any further. So I was assuming that maybe they were just mixed in. But no, when Reese was like, well, I'm looking for something particular and I need to go to the plus size section. And for those who know plus size, it's not just 1X, 2X, 3X. When you start to get in the plus, your whole figure changes. It's not just it goes bigger, bigger, bigger. It means curvier too. So it's not going to be just more material. It's going to be cut differently. So that's why you want plus as opposed to an XL sometimes. But they completely didn't have it. Asked the sales associate. She's like, oh, and she didn't even know. She was a cashier. Went to the section. That lady Smooth told me we got rid of it 2 weeks ago. Like all together. Gone. So the question is, ain't no fat people in North Carolina or Raleigh? Because that's where we were. Everybody on Moderna and everybody on a medicine, a GLP or whatever they call it, that everybody gonna be skinny in the next 2 years. So it's like, we might as well just start now. Right. Or is this another DEI kind of thing? Because again, you're showing that you don't want money. Here we are, the fattest country probably in the world, let's be honest. We have more exposure to health, water, healthier options at a premium price, but yet obesity in children is up. We have diabetics and other health problems that continue to rise. So why get rid of fat clothes when obviously the country is getting technically fatter?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
So
you're right about that.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, you don't want me in your store? Well, I won't go in your store.
I mean, that's two arguments too. It's like y'all don't want to be in their store. Y'all don't want black people to sell from their store, but then y'all turn around and complain that they got rid of the fat people clothes. It don't make sense to me. Make it make sense. Why do y'all care if they got rid of a section that y'all don't support or go to anyway?
Me personally, I don't. Me personally, Ronnie, I don't. Since I don't patronize the place. Yeah. But my thing is, why would you just ostracize an entity of people?
That's what I'm saying. Why would they do that with the black businesses? You know, why all black people that was doing
business? They did it for black businesses because DEIA was a money thing. In order to have programs and resources, it costs the corporation money.
I know,
but it costs them more.
That's the problem when they get rid of another thing. You know, like they cool with them getting rid of all the black businesses and people that you can buy online. Why fat people can't just buy their clothes online? Whatever clothes that was there, why they like Target, the only place sell big clothes? It probably ain't sell enough there, so there's no point profit wise to keep selling plus size clothes if nobody coming there to buy it. So just get rid of it. Why keep buying a product that you can't sell?
Don't know.
It'd be two arguments all the time. It's like we shouldn't shop there, go there, then we turn around. They should be selling this. Like what? Like I don't be getting it.
But that's my personal view that I don't go there. But just because I don't go there, Reese can go there if that's where she want her money to be spent. And if she goes there, like other convenience places like Walmart, it's a one-stop shop. It's a one-stop shop. At one time, I could go to Walmart and get my car fixed, go buy a CD, buy a TV, buy an outfit, and get my groceries all in the hour it took for my car to get serviced, because that's how they keep money from getting all the money. They don't want you to go here, there, and everywhere.
And now one time somebody went in and say, is this TV owned by a black person? If I get these groceries,
we don't have to ask about electronics because we know that isn't.
Yeah, with black people, I'm just saying, when Target, people just hop on bandwagons. Everybody say go against Target. Everybody just don't shop at Target. Nobody say don't shop at McDonald's. We say don't eat at McDonald's all the time. People still eat there. I don't see nobody going to McDonald's say stop eating this poison. You know,
They
it's just
have.
like you
People
pick and
have stopped
choose.
eating at McDonald's, but not because
Yeah,
it's
but they
unhealthy.
don't
It's because they
promote it.
actually
They
roll
don't
back their
talk about
DEIA process as well. Now, I don't
it. You know?
understand that because every McDonald's I go to, black and browns are at the window.
They work there. It's people that
They
work at
work there.
Target that I know work at Target, but they act like it's
Right.
only people who's selling at Target. Like they
No.
hire black people. Black people pay their bills and everything by working at Target. It was a video of dude screaming how Target is racist and they don't care for black people when the whole store was full of black employees. It was
Well, they're
like
going
that's
to do that because that's considered the cheapest labor in some communities. Like,
yeah,
I'm
they
not
got
going to go
white
out to
people
some
too.
parts in, on Oxon Hill and everybody there going to be white.
But you think they're gonna hire a white person and pay them more just because they white in Austin Hill? Oh, you white, so you're a white cashier,
They
you get
could
paid more?
because that white person may be the manager.
No.
Everybody, I'm just saying, I'm not saying it's true,
Now,
but
I'm
they
just saying,
could.
same position. Just because he white, you think he deserves to get paid more, or do they get paid more just because he white? If you got
I
a
don't
white
think so,
cashier and
but
a black
I
cashier,
don't think so, but I've seen it done. I'm
no,
52. I've seen a lot. I've seen it done. I work in HR. I've seen people's salaries. I've seen people come in with more education, more experience, but just because you on the you my buddy system, you get a little bit more. You get a better opportunity. I've seen it, Molly.
my
Not just
buddy
in
and race
government.
is
I've been in
different.
government for 18 years, but before that, I was in private sector. So you do the math. I'm 52, so I didn't spend time in both fields in HR.
Yeah, but that's still not racist. My buddy, you can be my buddy. My buddy can be this white boy down the street, and he can get me the job. It ain't a problem. It's when he get his own nationality a job. Now it's
It's
a
not
problem.
just his own. Racism isn't just white people. It could be black people too. They're black racists too.
It is. But I don't see racism. I don't see Target not hiring black people. I don't see Target
It's
not
not
allowing
about
black people to
hiring black
sell
people. It's
out
where
of there.
you support the community that pays you. If majority of targets, let's just say, are in black communities, then why not invest in black products? Like overall, why would you pull it back?
That's what I'm saying. Curry House don't invest in nothing. They every
I'm not
black
talking about
community.
carry-outs. We're talking about
Exactly.
Target.
That's what I'm saying. You can't have why people have energy towards what people wave at. If Al Sharpton and them ain't come on there and march and did all, people wouldn't have did that to the Target. Why would they put that same energy into the businesses that's hurting our community right here? The liquor stores, the convenience, the tobacco store on every block. Every block is a tobacco store and a liquor store. The curry house.
But
Not
that's the
one
thing.
person. You can never say
That's
Chinese
a
food.
recreational thing. It doesn't have to help you. The whole point of a liquor is to be celebratory. You're not supposed to drink every day. It's a problem. It's not a problem of drinking. It's a problem of getting drunk. It's not a part of being able to have a cigarette. It becomes when it becomes habit forming and it takes precedence and then it becomes life threatening. That's the whole point. I could have a drink once a month and not be an alcoholic. Some people can't do that. They have to have a drink every day. They have to have it before they go to work. They got to sip something while they're on their lunch break. That's when it becomes problematic. If somebody like me, and I know Reese's not a heavy drinker, have a drink once a month, then that's not a problem. That doesn't endanger or endanger our community. And it may not even take money out of the community. If you fashion some of the liquor stores in your community, it may feed that person because you don't know who they hire as well, because we're talking about black businesses, and a lot of them can be black or browns.
I don't know where
So
you
just
from.
because
The liquor store cranks over here in every hood, every neighborhood.
the
I'm
liquor
gonna let
store
somebody
can
else
crank,
back
but
up.
not everybody that go in it is an
Saying what
alcoholic.
Reese do. Yeah, it don't matter. They still selling poisonous. It don't matter if you take a little bit
But
of
you
fentanyl, that's
consider that a
okay. You gonna
poison.
abuse it.
You consider that a poison, but even the Bible said that Jesus made wine from water.
Wine,
So
not
it's not
liquor.
about drinking; it's about getting drunk. It's about
Exactly.
being an
How people get
alcoholic and having
drunk,
addictions.
they get drunk. They
Well,
overspend just because they
but
don't
not everybody does that.
No,
Just like everybody
no,
don't
everybody
overeat.
don't do it, but the majority of the people do it. Name
You
how,
can't say the majority of people do it.
how long do the black dollars stay in the black community, Misha? You tell
I
me.
can't say that. You can't say that.
You don't.
I can't
How long,
say. I don't have the statistics. You got the statistics?
yeah, we can look it up too. We can
No,
pull
I
it
didn't
up.
say we can. You talking? You supposed to already have it.
Yeah, it don't last longer than a week, a day, damn near. It don't last.
But
I
why
think
is that? Then why is that?
they
Because
say
we
it's
spend
3 days.
elsewhere. So the same business you saying support and all this, these black on, they take their money and buy white. So it's just like, okay, I spend my money with this black businesses, everybody do, and they take their money and go live with the white people. They still, it ain't like the black people I support, they support none but black, and they support none but black, and it just trickle around. No, it leaves the community. But I'm gonna let somebody else get on the comment. We can talk all day, Miss. You know what?
Well, I don't give a damn about the color. It don't matter. I give a damn about what is every color. And in every color, you got some plus size people of every color. And I feel as an ample bodied woman, whether I'm white, black, brown, or green, that you are now saying, oh, we don't cater to you. When you did, when you all these years you cater, all of a sudden, oh, we don't like your kind. And my kind is the fluffy kind, the ample body woman size, the big titty kind, the big booty kind. Now, where we used to maybe go get a nightgown or go get whatever little essentials or whatever, I'm looking around all crazy. Like, I know I got my jeggings from here last time. Where my jeggings at? Oh, we stopped carrying that. And you can't tell me that there was not a demand, because every time I go in the big girl section, they be selling out of the sizes, because there's a whole lot of fat bitches out there. Whole lot of them. Now,
Stop calling women bitches. Stop calling women bitches.
I apologize, but y'all know what I mean. I get hot behind that. Everybody ain't a size. Every big girl ain't the same size. Everything don't. The weight looks differently, and you're cutting out a whole group of people. And when I say group, I don't mean ethnic background, because there's just as many fat white people that there is black people. This fatness. You know, I'm talking about.
You got a question that you can ask Josh to include him in on this, because he hasn't said the word since we started.
Good morning, Josh.
Good morning. I'm just waiting.
Josh.
You know how I am. I'm very patient. I put my 2 cents
Yeah,
in.
but I can read faces, and I if I were you by now at 27 minutes, I want to be asked something.
It's like Dumbledore. You gotta jump in.
No.
How do you feel about what you heard? Do you understand what we're talking about? And what's your opinion on the whole DEI thing, and then moving plus size women clothes? Because it didn't say nothing about the men.
Well, I was more triggered when it said that the DEI thing from Target was the biggest boycott since the Montgomery boycott.
Yeah,
that is some bull crap. Because what has Target? You boycotting Target has done what? Now the Montgomery boycott, you know, we were able to sit it was about racism, and we were able to sit in front of the bus. Now we don't have to give our seats up to to white people anymore. What boycotting Target has done for black people right now? And then, like Reese said about, they said the plus size people. Well, like Reese said, every race has plus size people. Maybe they're saying, hey, we're tired of America being fat. Maybe it's time for y'all. Maybe we need to do something for people to start losing weight and getting healthier. Maybe if we stop selling these clothes, maybe they'll realize, hey, we're too big to be this big, and maybe we'll start losing weight or something like that. You know, right. It's not all. I'm tired of all this. It's always a black thing. We need to more look into stuff like classism. It's more about the rich than the daggone poor. It ain't about this black thing. They doing this black thing so they can separate us, because that's the easiest way to do it. But if we realize this rich versus poor, we as poor people, the poor people, the middle class, lower class, if we get together on that end, we can actually beat the rich people, because we're the ones spending the money on their companies and stuff. But we stop doing that, then they'll start realizing, and maybe they'll start, I won't say be like socialism and start spreading the wealth and all that stuff, but they'll realize, hey, maybe we do got too much money. Maybe we need to pay these employees more money than we are, raise the minimum wage and everything like that. That's all I'm saying. It's not no black and white. They're not doing that because it's black people. They're doing that. Anyway, like I said, what the boycott thing kind of triggered me. You know, I mean, boycott, the Mummer boycott was a big thing. You know, that was huge. And you're trying to say that the Target, we boycotting Target is great. Bull crap.
I can just tell you had something that you wanted to say, so I wanted to give you some time to, open up your mouth and say, drop whatever gems that you wanted to drop. But yeah, I feel like we can. I don't know. I feel like we can pick our battles. I feel like we got bigger fish to fry than Target. I don't think there's anything wrong with any type of movements or anybody making themselves aware of what's going on. I do like when people pass knowledge around what's going on with this company, what's going on with numbers. I'm glad that people are starting to pay attention. People of color, especially, are starting to pay attention to their dollars, and acknowledge their own value. I hate when it takes somebody to diss somebody, to limit someone, to shut something down, dismantle something for a body of people to see their own worth. But if that's what it takes, then I feel like that's one step closer to, to fixing a lot of the long list of things that we need to fix as people of color. But I mean, I feel like we got bigger fish to fry than Target. I feel like we can group together and put our minds together for bigger things.
I'm trying, as someone who's a little bit younger than me, what would be some issues that you would like to see the community stand behind or be a little bit more aggressive about, let's say?
Being able to being able to jump on our own faults, jump on the things that are going wrong within our communities. Most people of color generally don't care for each other without even knowing each other. That's systematic. That's
Do you
Willie
have an
Lynch.
opinion on that? Like why, maybe?
Why?
Maybe. Yeah. Do you have an opinion on why you think we don't support each other or get along? Your statement, I'm sorry.
The Willie Lynch theory being in full effect and still working in 2025. Which is the Willie Lynch theory in general. I mean, there's a book people can look into that and read about that too. But it's the study of the black mind, how to break down our systems, what they observed from us, and even the times of slavery and stuff like that. Not to bring all of us back all the way to that, but even in that time, them studying how we come together, how we work. It was a true study on how we navigate and how we can be dismantled. I mean, there was, they had the little systems, they had the little buck breaking little things that they did back then, to show everybody who's boss, quote unquote, and take away that power. But yeah, it's the Willie Lynch theory working in full effect. Um, you know, like I said, the Willie Lynch theory is about how to break down the black mind, and it's worked. And it still works. How to make us see each other as enemies, not only male, female, but skin tone, and age. So yeah, having us hate each other and having us generally hate each other in a multitude of ways. On top of that, you got entertainment and shit that's telling you, oh, kill that nigga, shoot that nigga, this your block, this your hood, all of that type of stuff for the younger folks. It works on a lot of adults too, because I see a lot of the parents and shit out there twerking and clapping and throwing up gang signs with their kids,
Hmm.
type shit. But it's the Willie Lynch theory, in my opinion, working in full effect in 2025. It still works.
Okay.
It's funny that you mentioned us coming together and everything as a community. That's what this holiday that we're celebrating is called Solidarity Day, right? And they renamed it Labor Day. They're calling it Solidarity Day because that's when everybody got together to demand, I guess, the equal rights and all that. That's when they got the unions and the people got on one accord. And that is so funny how we celebrate a day that nobody even know why they celebrate or what's it for, and all they know is the last barbecue of the thing. And we're so far north to south as we are east to west, and we keep saying that we're supposed to be coming together, but we're steady going this way, steady going the opposite way. We need to start, how they like sway like that. We need to start moving together, then we can really accomplish some stuff when we move together. But if we keep doing this, we're going to keep bumping into each other. And I feel that's how society wants us to keep bumping into each other. Instead of us moving together swiftly, we constantly bumping into each other, throwing each other off beat, or, hey, you stepped on my shoe. Well, if you was going the same way, would nobody be disrespecting? Would nobody be stepping on shoe? Would nobody about to come to blows or to heads? That's in an idyllic world that we wish that we live in, and try to strive to be in, try to get along and love. I keep going back to that love and respect thing, because in my heart of hearts, I believe if you respect somebody, if you love somebody, you're not going to mistreat them, try to hurt them, try to get over, try to use them, or try to even stand on their back to you to get up in another level, because you caring about each other. Like I may bend down here, Misha, jump on my back And she'd be like, is your back okay? Is you strong enough? Can you hold me? And if I say, yeah, go ahead, little sis, go up. And then she'd be like, okay, thank you. And then she'd throw me down some pain medicine because she knows that I'll be down there as the staple or as the what they call them blocks I'll be down there as a pillar so the next person can step up. But she, because she loves me, she's always going to make sure I'm okay because she know that I'm going to look out for the babies and the young ones to help bring them up. That's in an idyllic world how it should be. The older people should be reaching back to grab these young ones, to grab them like, hey, you know, you ain't got to do that. Hey, let's do this. Let me show you how to get money. Let me show you how to establish and start your own business. Let me show you how to enterprise yourself so you can become your own entrepreneur. That's an idyllic world. That's me in my heart. And I still believe for it. And I believe that in some circumstances, in some circles, you can do that. You can achieve it. I'm never going to stop trying to achieve what it is that I want to achieve. Because I know one thing for true. If I don't do nothing, I won't get nothing. But if I try, keep trying and trying, you never know. But if you don't try, you know it's no.
Yeah, I think we need to lead mostly by example. You know, even me as a kid growing up, I always been told to do things that other people
What's up,
wasn't
Phoenix?
doing. You know, so it's just confusing for some kids. You know, like even if I was telling a kid to start a business, I have a business. I know how to start a business. I know what it takes to run the business. I can explain to him. It's gonna be hard your first couple of years. You ain't just gonna come. Most times you ain't gonna come out just winning. You know, but a lot of people don't know. Like my parents or anybody couldn't tell me how to start a business. There was some work or they hustle. You know, so it's just like you can't pass on information you never learned. I got plenty of friends and I'm known for most of my friends don't own a business. They don't know how to start a business, get along, go about getting a business account, anything. I had to learn most of everything on YouTube or on my own by just losing, by taking losses. So yeah, that'd be good. But a lot of these adults don't know how to start a business. They don't even know where to start. They don't have a business of their own. They mostly work for people who started a business. And most times people ain't from our nationality, so they don't care to teach you to be a boss. They care to teach you to be a worker because they don't want you to leave. They want you to work for them. Why would I teach you so you can start your own business and take all my employees? Because black people love to work for black people as long as the business is good and running good. But if things ain't running right, they wouldn't mind working white. And definitely if it's going to pay a lot more money. And I don't blame them for it. But I'm saying before we expect these kids to know something, we got to learn something. That's all.
That's what's up. Phoenix said, in spite of all these dramatic experiences passed down through the generations, it's our responsibility to or of repeating the cycles of death.
So you got to break that phone over there.
Can you say it again, Trey? Can you say it again?
Right.
In spite of all these
You heard me, right?
passed down through the generation, it's our responsibility to stop the curse of repeating the cycle of death. We're repeating the same cycle. That came from the Weezer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to me, with the business thing, especially for black people feel like if they can't get the money right now, that they don't even want the business. I like, say for instance, when we talk about like drug dealers and stuff like that, people are not selling drugs because they want to sell drugs to their own people. It's because they can get that money real quick, real fast, and become rich. When it comes to businesses, they don't make money. Some of the businesses don't even make money the freaking first 10 years. And that's why I think black people don't want to do business. They want to start a business just to say that they got a business.
Right.
So once they get that business and they know they're not making any money, they stop doing things. It's just like with anything. It's just like with podcasters. It's just like with this comedy thing. It's just like with anything. If they're not seeing money within sometimes the first year, they're ready to quit. How many times you seen black people do podcasts and after two episodes they're ready to quit? I ain't making any money off this. And just the same thing with comedy and all this stuff. They're not making any money, so they're not doing it. They're not working as hard, you know. So
right, they don't understand long money. They don't understand that you have to suffer or take your licks in the beginning to get that long-term money. No, I don't have a business of my own right now, but I did have a small baking business out of my house. So I understand the sacrifice. And a lot of young people, they see the success that their parents had, but they wasn't there when their parents was sweeping up, washing dishes, and doing things to midnight in order to just be successful. And they're stacking money slowly. So I've seen some businesses get passed down or sold to their children, and they mess it up. They want to take shortcuts. They use different products, and that base of people that they have, like if you go to a restaurant and you always get that same meal because it's always good, but you know their son or their daughter or their grandkids are taking over the business, and you're like, it ain't the same. It ain't the same. So you lose that base of people because they like, well, granddaddy was using this expensive meat, and I can get the same thing for half off. Well,
Right.
people were coming in just for that particular piece of meat, and it's the way he cooked it and all that other stuff. So they don't understand the long-term sacrifice for long-term. They don't understand short-term sacrifice for long-term success. I'm sorry.
Wake up with the
I
sun
feel like that's
and
not that's generally not bad. What's up, Rodney?
The morning Mac got the flavor, got the glow.
Can't hear you.
Started
What
right,
up,
let
B?
your energy flow.
Probably got to turn your mic on.
Takes rising like the
Yeah, I
morning
can hear you
brew.
now.
Fresh ideas and
Oh, and I'm sorry. Side
Go
note,
ahead.
Mimi, you are Misha.
Yes, I am.
Okay, I see. I've never met you. Okay, so you Althea's
He
sidekick
don't be
there.
on the camera that
The one and
often.
only. Yeah.
Special guest, special appearance.
Uh-oh. I
You
know
will,
Yeah,
I'm
Phil.
yeah.
You will.
That's who
But
be
I was
giving all
saying that
the
a lot of the information that just bouncing off what Misha was talking about, a lot of the information is not passed along from what I see generally. I do see I see there's two sides to everything. So if I'm saying how something doesn't generally go, I can tell you how I can see evidence of it going in the right direction. So there are family members that do have plenty of knowledge that they try to pass down to like friends of mine, and I realize some of my friends could care less, don't care about nothing that made the family name or nothing like that. But generally, I don't see that information passed around. I see a lot of information harbored and held on to, and generally like weaponized as
You mean in families, Trey? You mean
giving
in
a performance.
families?
Yeah, when you saying something about like a family business and businesses being passed down and stuff like that, or families having formulas for how they made success, and you said something about kids don't get to see the struggle and all that. That's fine, but because I would have been more see people do
Wait a minute,
certain
you sound
things,
like a
robotic.
but
robot.
the
You're doing the robot
talking
thing,
about it,
Trey.
having discussions.
Oh, I just want to say also,
My mic
Misha,
good?
I enjoyed you in Bumher.
Right.
I just wanted to add that to it also.
What happened? Trey probably.
My mic still not working. Nobody
Yeah,
can hear me.
I
we
can hear you, Rodney.
Oh, okay. Man, I was making sure. I was
Grand
confused.
Rising.
How y'all
Yeah.
doing? Hello, everybody. No, it's all good.
That's the host of Dad Mentality on Monday nights, 7
Trey.
p.m.
Starting this Monday, first episode, starting a new season. Come check us out tonight. We're gonna
Well, you-
recap
okay,
what's been going on. Go ahead, Trey.
Okay.
Back.
Trey, the back
Yeah,
finish what
we
you
can
said
hear
'cause
the
you
mic,
on the
man.
road.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Can y'all hear me? My bad.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can hear you.
I'm sitting outside, so my Wi-Fi be acting stupid. Nah, but I was saying that I don't
You got
generally
barbecue?
see a lot of the information being passed along. I don't see people. I do, but for the most part, I don't see anybody, passing along any information or trying to pass down anything. I wouldn't say anything, but those things that actually catapult you into getting out of the system, getting away from the matrix a little bit. And I don't see a lot of information being passed. If somebody wasn't alive to see somebody struggle through something, of course you wouldn't see it. But I just don't see a lot of information being passed down. I don't see a lot of steps,
You know what I
being
noticed
passed to younger
about,
generations on how they can do the following.
you know what I noticed about the
Generally,
younger generation? That they don't listen to you. The only time they listen to you with full ears is when they're asking you questions. If I'm just saying, hey, let me show you such and such, they like not interested. But if they say, hey, Aunt Reese or mom or whatever, can you show me such and such? That's when they listen. We're like, oh, because when they ask
Yeah.
the question, that's when they listen. But when you just like try, let me show you how to make this recipe, they're not interested. They're only interested in what you got to say is when they ask you a question.
You speaking for your kid or all kids?
I said what I have noticed.
No, I'm
And
saying
that- and-
for
and I'm
you,
not
from your
talking about-
experience.
Nope. I said what I have noticed in the
How
younger
that's not her experience.
Yeah.
I notice every time I talk to my daughter about business or anything, and they sit and listen. So it's the opposite. So I'm saying that's your
I didn't.
experience.
No, well,
And,
we
and
don't.
it's not just this generation;
Whatever.
it's all
It's
generations.
all generation. I get
What
what you're
I
saying. They
Yeah,
don't listen.
that's what
That's
I
not
hate
all.
too. I always hear about younger generations or whatever. I don't hear about yourselves or
Exactly.
listen to nothing. I always hear about the younger folks.
I
It seems
ain't
like
going to
everybody
listen.
just
When
look
I was
down
a
at the
kid,
younger folks.
I
That's
didn't
what
care to
I'm
listen. I
I'm
was
talking
like,
to
I'm
the
playing
younger folks,
football,
the
basketball.
18-year-olds and the 19, the young people. Those are our tomorrow.
Them the ones that should be
You
listening. Getting
already
fresh
grown.
knowledge.
Y'all already grown, but I'm just trying to give the tomorrow kids. So
That's
I
what it
talked to
be.
my
So
Yeah,
that's
but the thing
cousins
knowledge.
is,
and my
and that's
nieces
that's
and
a
nephews,
problem
younger
too, is
kids.
the age thing. Y'all also, well, a lot of people of color seem like they cut uh
Yeah,
people off by the age.
that's
Don't mean
tough.
that you need to hand over whatever. Like there's certain things that, any adult should be discovering for themselves and everything. But at the same time, I see people of color do the age thing. Y'all already a certain age. Don't mean there's not things that we can't be passing along in dialogue and picking up on both ends. But it seems like we so quick to get to the other generation, work on this one because we still the one that's in front of the one you're talking about. So, let's not be dismissive or whatever because of nobody's age or whatever. I
That's
understand the
tough.
goal, but
Yeah, that's tough.
we are going to be leading the ones that you're talking about. We are still young enough to lead the ones that you're talking about. So,
I think it goes both
everybody,
ways. I think
but
it
I
can
feel
go
like,
both ways.
huh?
Mm-hmm.
I
So
was
you
saying, I
think
think
that?
it can go
Yeah.
both ways. Like the older generation, they're very stern and what they know works for them. But the younger generation, y'all like, well, there's a quicker way, there's a more efficient way, there's a computerized way. So I think it goes both ways, that you have to be willing to learn from both ends. The old can learn from the young, and the young definitely can learn from the old.
Yeah.
And
That's
I'm and I'm concentrating on my babies. And that's just me. I look at my little niece and my little nephews and and I'm seeing what they learn. I'm seeing what they, and I just want to add some more to it. Look, let auntie tell you this. I just want to add some more to what's going on in their vocabulary. I sit back and I listen and I interact with them and I want to add some more. So what's wrong with me loving on my babies?
Ain't
My
nothing wrong with you loving on your
well,
baby.
instead of, I need older folks to stop taking offense to everything because the
Love
tone you're using right now is not. I
it.
can tell you're not upset, but at the same time, you said, "What's wrong with?" Ain't nobody say nothing was wrong with anything. That's the
You
first
were
thing that y'all do
saying
wrong.
that I'm
Is
missing.
oh
That's
Lord
the
have
first
mercy.
thing that y'all do wrong is assume that anytime someone says something, you're being told how
Y'all,
you're wrong versus
All
y'all.
having
the
open
mission,
dialogue.
y'all. What you mean, y'all?
What you mean, y'all? You
Generally,
one
y'all
step from
is a
saying you
general
people.
statement. If we look up y'all in the dictionary, y'all speaks for a general body of people, more than two. So
Uh,
that's all that means. Nothing, nobody specific. But I'm
Yeah, I
talking to the person
wanted
I'm responding to, so we know who I'm talking to right now because
It's
we
a
know
I
who
few
I'm
of
wanted to
responding
say
y'all
to.
something
on
real
here. It's a
quick.
few of us on here.
what Barney got to add to it?
No,
What you
I
got?
just want to say for me, it's a lot of the younger kids are in that Google generation, and that's what I call it. Is that they want the answers quickly and they want it now. To try to explain to them, a lot of them long term, you lose them in that conversation. Like you
Right.
got to give them the next step and one piece at a time, opposed to going, okay, you're going to do this, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, you're going to do this. By that second this, you have now lost them because they're used to that. When I want to answer, I just ask Google. I just go to my phone. When I want to answer, I get this. So you got to give it. You got to give the simplicity of the answer. You know what I'm saying? And that way you keep them focused, you keep them engaged until they get to the next step. But if you sit there and try to explain the whole thing to them in one thing, then you're going to lose them because, like I said, I feel like we are, and I'm saying we, as I'm talking about myself, not them or they or whoever, but we are conditioned to a point where where we want that answer now. Like I want that answer now. How do I cook fried chicken? The Google's going to tell me their version and keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not going to sit here and have to listen about, well, your Aunt Millie made this recipe in 1956 where you got to use cornstarch and they just going to be like, nah, you take
Every generation finds easier ways to do things.
Oh,
However,
they
as
done
it
got
should
my boy Cam
consider
out
the
and
foot of our
everything.
elders to learn
They done took
what worked
Rodney,
in the
Cam,
past.
and Mike, but he still ain't here though.
Okay.
Yeah,
What up,
I gotta
Kyle?
go. Have a beautiful
I
day.
mean, he
That's
got a
cool.
point, but it kind of gets back to you don't want to hear the story about Aunt Millie's chicken because you just want to go to Google and find out. All I gotta do is, put egg or flour. But there is a certain way that you are used to having fried chicken. Like everybody don't eat everybody potato salad. I want my fried chicken to taste like my grandmama's and my aunties. Well, Google don't know your grandmama's secret that she put a little bit of cornstarch or a little bit of cornmeal, or you got to soak it in buttermilk. So sometimes you have to hear the story to understand how we got to here.
Right about that, though.
Then you can shortcut it. And I think that kind of leads into that. Like, you so quick to add water and be instant, but you need to know the story in order to do the shortcut. Like whenever I make a recipe, you follow it to the T. Then you taste it and go, you know what? I like the process. The ingredients were quick, but I can do self-rising flour. That way I ain't got to do flour and salt and baking powder and all that. So you have to know the history in order to change it.
Yeah, you're right about that. But there's a lot of us that seek. There's a lot of us that do seek it out. A lot of people I see that do seek it out. But a lot of those people are gone. That's the problem. So the real grandmas, I don't have no nanas and all that, but you know what I mean. The grandmas and nanas, those staples in the family. Ladies and gentlemen. So that's what boys and girls. That's what the problem is that we don't have access to that anymore. What's up, David?
Hey, what's up? What's up, everybody?
Hey, David Green.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, man, fix your lighting.
Funny, man. I just had your filter on. I took the skin off. I just bought one. I had to get off. Everybody thought I was funny, man, on here spitting hot fire.
My precious.
The way they are. Made the instant kids, not the internet. Teach my children how to cook, especially when they request specific foods.
Easy is on it.
The hands on.
I get what Reese's saying too. Like, it's plenty of times.
We'll hear a lot more.
Come here, let me teach you this. I be like, nah, man, I ain't got. I'm trying to go play basketball. I just want to show you how to play this song real quick on this little keyboard. He told me how to play it Latin, but it took him about a month to stop and actually learn because I didn't care. I was just like, I don't want to play the keyboard. I'm not interested in playing the keyboard, but that's something he wanted me to do. And I was like, all right, let me try it out. And then I liked it. I was like, damn, I like it. Show me another song. He showed me another one. I didn't know he can play the keyboard. He just telling me something that somebody told him. He didn't even know the notes. He just know where to press it. So I get it, certain things, but it's just like when a kid asks you specifically for something, that's the knowledge they don't know. And then they bring up times that, oh yeah, I tried to teach them something. But what are you trying to teach them? It's plenty of things you try to talk to your kids or your nephews and them, and they don't care to listen. But when they ready to go to college, you should be there to prepare them. I ain't really had too many people to tell me what to look for in college. It was surprising to me. It ain't that they wouldn't tell me, they didn't go. So it's like I can't be mad at my parents and them because they never attended college. They couldn't tell me what to be prepared for. But I had friends who was, and their parents drove them to school, made sure they had everything, food every month. They made sure they paid. I ain't know that, but I know when my daughter go now, what she need to be prepared. I'm driving her to school just like Beast did with his daughter. I'm gonna make sure she got everything she need weekly. I know how much money is important, and while you're in college, you don't want to have distractions. I had to work, throw parties, all types of shit just to pay my bills, to live in college. So it's like I had to learn that though. It wasn't just taught to me, So it's just like, and my parents couldn't pass that on to me. So some things you gotta learn on your own, and those are things you should pass down to your kid. And most parents, they don't know everything. They don't know how to fix a tie, this and that. These things that the outside community can teach you or somebody else in the family. It might be a cook in the family. You go to the cook. It might be the lawyer in the family. You go to that lawyer in the family. You don't go to moms and pops and say, I want to be an attorney. They don't know shit about it. And then you go around and say, well, my parents ain't prepared me. Well, you got an aunt in the family that's an attorney. You got a neighbor or somebody else that you can reach out to that's in that field that you should talk to. That's how I look at these things.
That's why they say it takes a village, because we are the village.
Also, Reese, when you talk to your nieces and nephews about some certain things, what are their parents telling them? Are they teaching them the same thing, or are they saying something different?
Don't listen to Reese. Don't listen to Auntie Reese.
No, what I do is I add to it. They may not
Auntie Reese on that shit.
Like for instance, right? They'll teach my niece 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, and I'll come. I say, "Do you know how to do it?" Say it in Spanish, as well? Do you know how I try to add to whatever they taught her so she can know a little bit more? You get what I'm saying? You know, and then she was like, no. I
Yeah, you
said,
try to enhance it.
you know, I just try to enhance whatever they taught them or whatever. So a lot of kids don't even know how to go outside and play, right? For example, my sister.
And you do?
You teaching her Spanish, you got her thinking she's Dora Explorer or something.
Auntie Reese be on that Gabby. That's what they be saying.
What is that?
I don't know.
That yo gabba
Yeah. On that Gabba. Don't worry about her.
Like I said,
that yo gabba.
You know,
Happy Labor Day,
they don't
Matt.
know about it. So he put the video game down, and my sister taught him how to ride his bike with training wheels. And he said, "Oh, Grandma, this is fun." He didn't know that he could have fun going outside, like, because he's the only child, like playing by himself and do certain things that he can actually do other than getting on the video games and all of that instant stuff. So we got to teach the babies how to go outside and have fun like we did. We have to teach them because he's living in a world where he don't know what it's like to play without video games. He don't know what it's like to without the cell phone. He's living in the instant world where we could teach them the basic. Well, this is how you play baseball on the real world and not watching it on the game. Or this is how you play whatever. Physical activity, this is how you burn off some energy. This is how you can run around and play freeze tag. You can do this, you can do that. You know, this is how you get a group of your friends together and
Yeah,
still
he got some friends. If he by himself, he ain't gonna do nothing by himself. Is he by himself or is other kids out there?
Well, no, he's mostly by himself, but they do play dates where they go get the other cousins and make sure they all
yeah,
play
you
together.
put him on a sports team and all that. It come with the parents.
Yeah, he is on the sports
like,
team.
My daughter, only child. We can't just let her sit in the house all day.
He was on the
You
T-ball
modeling team, the dancing team, whatever else team that's out there. You're gonna be around other kids and you're gonna play, you know. But they say kids stuck in the room, I got a lot to do with the parent. I can't say, oh, you don't want to play, you just want to sit out. No, get the fuck outside. That's what we was told. Why you sitting here? Get outside. It ain't no, oh, he just want to sit in the house and play the game. I couldn't play the game. That was like a privilege. You know, my mother take the cords. Y'all get outside. They don't want to sit. And
right,
we
but they
outside.
stopped that, Molly. They stopped that. I mean, the kids.
No, I'm saying the parents stopped that. That's the thing you missing. The parents stopped that. My mother told me to go outside. I ain't couldn't
my
say
kids outside.
Game. Yeah,
mine was too. It was a healthy combination of both. But then I guess
yeah, but I still got a kid. He go outside. He out. You know where he at right now? He going go karting and roller skating today. Like, you know, you just gotta be that parent to get him out there. My son runs track. He plays football. He does all these other things, and he's the only child in this neighborhood. You know, but that still don't stop him. His best friends come over, and what you call it? You just have to be. I've always said, you got to be that active parent. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly it. You have to be an active parent. I don't have kids, so I'm sorry, but
so Mimi is Misha, the Misha that I always talk about.
Yeah, the Misha,
the one and only. Yes.
I'm glad to finally meet you. I'll talk trash later. I'll wait till we get on a different topic.
Okay. But to piggyback off what B said, he's right. You have to be an active parent. Long gone are the days of you just letting your kids go outside and they back on before the street lights come on. This world is not safe. A lot of parents don't know their children's friends and their family well enough to leave their children alone. So you have to be able to be involved in your child's life, to take them to places to socialize. You just can't say, all right, it's summer and you out bike riding all day. I used to do that and my parents didn't worry about us. Yeah. Long gone are the days of you just letting your child go out the door and you don't know where they are for hours.
That's not true. So Misha now, so I'm just being honest with you. Misha now.
No, I don't have kids, so please.
Yeah, a lot of times it's the parents' fear that is stopping them kids. It's not the kids. It's the parents' fear that's stopping the kids. You can buy, my son has a watch. The watch has a GPS. It also has it so that he can call us. It also has it so that I can put a geo fence around how far he can go out. You know what I'm saying? So the technology is out there. You know how much that watch cost me?
I'm scared to know.
Watch costs me $7 a month. That's it.
Oh, okay.
$7 a month, and my son can call me. I have it set up that I'm the only people he can call. You know what I'm saying? Like you can. There's things out here to protect your children because yes, the world is more dangerous. But the other thing is that fear is ours. We're installing that fear into our children. Teach your children the things that you're supposed to teach them and enforce it. And they're able to go out and play and be out, and you don't have to look for them, and you don't have to do this, and you don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like that fear is taught by us to our children. When we were back in the day, my parents, they sent me out, and I wasn't allowed to come back in the house. It didn't matter if I had to pee. If I was thirsty, whatever, I had to figure that shit out outside. You know what I'm saying? Like it was none of that come back in and out the house. You let my air conditioning out the house type situation. But now the reason why these kids are not doing it is because of the fear that we have as parents. But the thing is, you have to make those extra steps. Otherwise, you're going to have a child that is not capable when you let him go. The problem is when he becomes an adult and he goes out, he's going to go buck wild because he's been kept in that whole time. He didn't have these experiences. He wasn't able to spend the night over his cousin's house or friend's house and be out in the neighborhood or out late at night or whatever the case may be. You have to, as a parent, one, get over your fears, and two, there's too much technology out here now that you can do anything. You just have to put in the effort to make it happen. So that's
right.
My opinion.
No, I agree. That's why they can't socialize.
It's different times. Like when Tyreek, when I was rearing a child, he was the only child, but it didn't seem like it because every weekend, every other weekend, if not every weekend, he's having a sleepover. My house was the one where all the cousins came. They wanted to come over to Auntie's house, and because we was always doing something, and he was always he learned how to share with his cousins and be kind and his friends. I was that mother. Who's your mother? I have to get to know your mother, and they trusted me with their children. A lot of I'm older, so I'm going to want to get to know. Some parents don't want to know who your friends is. Some people don't want to get to know who their children is playing with, but maybe I'm just nosy. That wasn't the case for me because I wanted to know them, just like, let them know that when your child's in my presence, I'm going to look after them. Just like I want to know that when my child is in your presence, you're going to look after him, as well. That's the type of parent I was. Well, I am.
My son's best friends, me and their parents are best friends by proxy. That's how we look at it. When they want to go out on date night, they drop their son over and they come pick him back up whenever. When we do the same thing, you build that relationship. As long as you have the same, what you call it, like, when we went over there, I dropped our son over there and she told me they left out for 6 hours. She didn't even know where they was at. And I was like, all right, cool. So I just hit my son on the watch and he comes home. You know what I'm saying? But they had a great time. They explored. That's what kids are supposed to do. In just my opinion. But they live in a very, uppity neighborhood. So it was what it was.
Technology is a mother. Because what is the
geofence? You can do it. Geofence means that if they go, you can put an actual circle around your child. And if he goes outside of that circle, it notifies you. It tells you, hey, your son just went out of this circle.
Wow.
So, when he's in school, it's a circle at school. So if when he's in school, it's a circle at school. If he goes outside of that circle, then it lets me know.
Does he get notified that he's out of the circle?
No. I mean, not that. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. But I never really dealt with that because he stays in the damn circle. Yeah. No, if he goes out of the circle, I call him, or I know why he's out of the circle, so I never react. But yeah, it's a lot of technology out there. You can it's people that put
How big can the circle get? Or can you change it?
You can make it. Yeah, you can open it up to 5 miles, 2 miles. You can make it lower. Like the one around the school is during specific times around the school. But there's other ways. Like there's people that put what's some things called
These houses your son.
11. AirTags in their book bags and things like that is ones, you know, I know guys that they do that. They put other devices on like the main things that they always have with them. You know what I'm saying? Like you can put one on their bike, you can put one anywhere. You can do it. It's so much technology out here that if you want to take care, you want to protect your kids, you definitely can if you're worried about that. But the other thing is put your kids in the right circumstances. Like, yo, like, you know, if you know, you just got to be in the right circumstances to do these things. Like, if you're not living in a safe neighborhood, then I suggest you move. Even though it sounds simple, is me being simplistic about it, but I mean, let's be honest. Like, you gotta just do better, in my opinion. Do better. Your kids are your number one safety. So if you have to sacrifice something to make your kids safe, then I'm gonna do it. So that's just my opinion. You know.
Okay, Daddy-O. Josh, aren't you a dad too? You have a young one too?
I have a 16-year-old and a 22-year-old.
Oh, so the 16-year-old, that dating time, that trying time. How do you keep your 16-year-old safe?
Well, she stays in the house most of the time, and she crochets, and she plays video games with her friends. She's not an outsizey type person. She goes to the mall, and she just has fun with her kid. But in this day and age, you don't need to go outside to have fun. You need to go outside if you need some daggone exercise and, you know, to get in shape. But they can do stuff inside. I mean, there's the Wii. If they want to go bowling, they can just put on the Wii and they can just go bowling and stuff. If they want to play baseball, they got the Wii. They can swing the bat and they can throw. You know, they can do all that stuff inside. When what I don't like is that we act like if we didn't have this back in the day, if we had this back in the day, we wouldn't have done it. If we had this back in the day, we'd be doing the same thing that these kids are doing right now. And what I think I don't like we thinking that we were the better generation than this generation. Because I think every generation, even with my generation, with my dad telling me how great their generation was and stuff, I always thought our generation was better. I didn't want to hear it. If we sit here and say, hey, we know what you're going through, we need to act like we're not better than them. And I mean, Trey has already said it about we can learn from the young people just like the young people can learn from us. If we can learn from each other, but the old generation always thinks that they know better, that they can do better and all this stuff. But look at your life and see, is your life actually that great that you can sit there and tell people that I'm doing better than you and I can teach you all this knowledge and stuff? They'll sit there like, yeah, but you're a cashier. You had 20 kids, you had 15 kids, you had 10 kids. You didn't even graduate high school, you didn't graduate college, but yeah, you're gonna sit here and tell me, a guy that I can just boom, couple minutes and I can know all these answers and all this knowledge because of stuff like Google. I can just boom, and I got the answer right there, and you don't have the answer. So how are you saying that you're better than me when I got this knowledge and stuff? To me, the kids today are great, if you ask me. I mean, the stuff that they know and the stuff that they can do, I wish I knew that back in the day. I mean, I'm thinking right now, man, I could right now, if I lived like in this day and age, I would love to write a video game, do a video game. And I've been trying to do that, trying to play, not just play video games, but learn how to actually do it. And I wish I had that knowledge back in my day, but I didn't. These kids today, man, they're something else. And we got to stop treating them like they're just little kids that don't know what the heck they're doing, because them kids know what they're doing and they know it and they're doing it better than us. We got to accept that.
I hear you talking about
stuff y'all was talking about
street
y'all had
smarts
to
and
watch y'all
book
kids
smart,
like that.
like writing videos and all of that stuff. That's awesome. And Josh, you still can, by the way, as long as you have breath in you, still can write video. And you have the technology and you're smarter now than probably, because you know what to do. So you can still do that. But street smarts and book smarts are sometimes different. I didn't know for a long time they was like you book smart, but you ain't too street smart. So I had to get streets is an experience. So it ain't nothing you can read a book and learn. Or you might go, oh yeah, okay, I got an idea. But until you actually get out, and some things you have to experience experience. And I hear you talking about the street smarts and the book smarts and all of that. That's different. And sometimes they can tell you they may be a cashier because they may have had millions of dollars. I have people tell me, girl, I've been made that. I made it and I lost it. And this is how I ended up here. So I can tell you not to do what I did to end up here. So and we need it all. We need the young and the old. And you're right, one generation isn't better than the other generation. It's different. They just thought different. Technology levels the playing field like a mug. So but it's just different. And you have to, I'm the one that like to hear the stories from the older people. I like to talk to the older people because I want to know, well, what was y'all doing? What was the mindset? And they taught me how to deal with adversity. When you had those trying and hard times, because nobody lives in a perfect world, but how did you overcome what you overcame? So that makes them more knowledgeable than me because I didn't experience what they went through yet. But my grandfather used to say, keep on living.
I think it's different times. Like when my brothers and them was growing up and somebody want to get in touch with them, like my brothers and them like 50 something, they a lot older than me. I got 7 siblings. Well, 6. I make 7. But what people don't realize, like when they got calls, they got paged. Somebody hit them on their pager, then they had to go to a pay phone or to a phone to call that person or when not to pay. Now kids got cell phones. So that's like somebody giving advice on when somebody paid you and it ain't no paging no more. So you can't give me advice on what you did in your time. Times is different. Technology is different. Everything is different. So when people try to adjust their lifestyle that somebody did 30 years ago, it's whole different times. And what kids got to understand, like I understood when I was a kid, I'm a gamer. All my friends not gamers. I had friends that never played the game. They like, fuck, get off the game. Let's go outside. But for some reason, people assume all kids gamers. All kids not gamers. They like to do other things. But the ones that are gamers, they might be special. It's kids getting paid millions of dollars just to play online these days. It's just a lot of parents didn't understand where it was going. We did as kids, like this we doing. We online, they making money, da da da. But now kids making money and kids like my age were adults. They like shit. If my parents would to back me like some of these kids that be on game and they would tell me get off the game. So it's like nowadays, if your kid is a good gamer, let him go to school for gaming. He can be a programmer, he can do all types of things. And I think we had these things. We just ain't had the support. Like nowadays, parents don't mind their kid playing Grand Theft Auto. That's better than being outside where we from, actually playing real life Grand Theft Auto. So I think they don't mind kids standing in the house playing the games because they feel like their kids are more safe. I think that's where Beast comes from when he said we got fear about kids even losing their life or getting in some type of shit. When we was young, our parents just let us go out there. If we got in a fight, we come back and talk about it. Or you get told to go back out there and fight again.
Right.
These days, I think we're a little overprotected from our kids, and we fail to realize that adults made everything. Even when I was a kid, the PlayStation and this came out. Ain't no kid my age make it. The internet, adult made it. PlayStation 5, all these stuff was made by adults to attract kids to spend money. For the adults can spend money. So I just like they get it caught up with this thing like gaming for kids. Gaming for everybody, and more adults play gaming than kids these days because they got all day. They ain't gotta ask can they get on. They ain't gotta ask can you buy this game. They got the new Madden pre-ordered already. So it's different times. I think you can't give advice on something you did 30 years ago and tell this person to put it into play right now because times are different.
And that's where I feel like the relevance comes from. It doesn't. I don't think when it comes from to younger generations to older generations, I don't think it has anything to do with a disrespect or a disregard. Not only does your little nephew, your little grandson, your little son, whatever, your daughter, whoever it is you trying to talk to, a kid at school, somebody across the street, they don't want to hear about back then when, TVs was black and white and all that shit. They don't always want to hear that shit. Some of that's beneficial to them, but they don't want, hear about a life that they don't have to see. Like,
Right.
and it's not even a thing of disrespect. It's a thing of, I know what I can do right now, and you didn't even care enough about the times to keep up with them to understand what I see. So it's like you have all this technology, you have all these things that I have as well, and then you just, you know, You want me to chime in and tap into the old way of doing things instead of seeing, or maybe you as an adult, as someone who's still alive to see it, tap into what's going on right now because, like everybody kind of shared on the panel so far, it's way easier to do things nowadays. You don't have to
Yeah,
go about, you don't have to go. Oh, I used to walk 15 miles to go to school. Okay, well, that's not my fault.
yeah,
That's
there's
not.
Uber now.
Sorry, that's not my
Yeah,
fault.
that's
You
why
know,
nobody has
Yeah.
but
encyclopedias no more because everything is on the
no,
internet and
not true.
Google.
I know I'm a little older than being, a
I
young
wasn't
one.
talking to you
No,
specifically.
no,
I was
no,
just
just in
saying,
I
general,
don't.
just in general, I do. I definitely do have a couple of different encyclopedias lists.
I,
I do
oh, sorry.
as a kid. So
I just go
I
ahead,
don't.
baby.
I don't mind my son playing. I told him, I said, I don't care if you play the game all day because you know what I mean. When when I was younger, I also played the game. That was like my mental escape or whatever. Like, you know what I mean, I'll create my own player and you couldn't tell me nothing. You know what I mean? I thought I was like, Michael Jordan or whatever like that. No, you know what I mean? That's so I understand
what's up,
about
Mr.
all that.
John?
But my thing is make sure everything is done before like you know what I mean, like cleaning wires or this is it. Make sure everything is done before you get involved in the game and stuff. And another thing I never understood and I jump on them about is when they get on YouTube and watch other people play Roblox and stuff like that. No, I don't understand that. Like I know a couple people that they'll do that will sit there for hours and watch somebody play the game.
Yeah, that's how the gamers are getting rich. That's what the being a
Nah.
gamer usually is streaming. So watching people play games, that's the streaming part. That's where the money comes from. That's the gold mine. The fact that
Oh,
people
yeah.
do that is the fact that there's a market that's open for it.
But like I
Right.
told him, why don't you do it? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
That's the equivalent of your parents asking you why you watching the TV. You can actually live life instead of watch life on TV. That's the
Yeah.
equivalent of what you're
It's the
doing
same,
to
yeah.
your
It's the
child.
exact
You know
same
what I'm
thing,
saying?
actually.
And I mean, I
What's
understand
up,
what you're saying because it
John?
drives me crazy too. But because I'm just like, why the hell? But then the same thing is that they're watching. I feel like the dangerous thing is uninformed parents. It's uninformed parents that don't know that, like, hey, that are stuck in their old ways and don't realize that it's technology out here, and they realize that these people can get to your kids numerous different ways. I mean, we talked about earlier how earlier last week or whatever, how kids can do this stuff. People can go after your kids on the video games, in the
Hell
Minecraft
yeah.
games and things like that. We talked about
We was
the
talking about
fact that
Roblox and shit on here, yeah.
people can try to talk to your kids through Alexa and all these other aspects. Like, all this stuff is here. So you as a parent have to be well informed enough to know how to protect your child and also know your child. That's the other thing for me.
Hell
Is
yeah.
like know who your kid is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And know that if your son goes outside or whatever, they're like, what's the dangers? Is your son dumb enough to
Right.
get in a van with somebody because they got puppies? You know what I'm saying? Like, explain that. Like, I mean, to give you a real
Yeah.
instance, I actually, and I hate to say this now because it still sounds stupid, but it was actually worth it. But I actually fake kidnapped my daughter one time because she wasn't listening. We was at a football game. I was coaching the game, and I told her to stay in a certain area, and she kept on running off into areas where she should not be. So I said, fuck it, walked away from the side, went up to her and grabbed her and snatched her and took her into the woods.
Right.
And this is how easy somebody can take you and you'll be gone forever. And of course, she cried, and it might have been a traumatic experience or whatever the case may be. But guess what? She never did that shit again.
Yeah.
She never walked away from me again when I'm out here. When I took her to these places and I told her to be somewhere, it never happened again. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you gotta. I mean, I felt like that. I'm be honest, it was a little too much because it did take me a while to get her to stop crying. But it was a little too much. But at the time, I thought it was a great idea. But still, you got to know your kids.
Not if that shit is effective.
Sometimes you got to
Not if
do
it
what
works
you got.
forever.
Sometimes you got. Yeah, I always tell my children that I'm okay with being their worst enemy because I love you. So therefore, if I have to be that enemy and take away and take the things away from you that you're not happy that is being done, or make this decision for you, even though you don't want me to make that decision, then I'm okay with it because I know that I'm making the best decision for you. You know what I'm saying? And you have to stand in that. And I mean, luckily, I've been blessed that all 3 of my children are great children. But, you know, it's just something you just have to be a part of and have to do. Like, you got to, if you're in this world, because it's so easy for somebody else to swoop in and tell your children something else. So.
13-year-old
you
black
tell
girl
your
makes history
daughter
as the youngest student accepted into
why
U.S. medical
she shouldn't
school.
have been running off?
I'm
Or
sorry?
did you just say don't run off? Was you telling her don't run off because XYZ could happen? Or did you just say don't run off? And is that why she kept doing it? She didn't understand.
No, she kept doing it because she was a child. That's why she kept doing it. She kept doing it because she was a child and she was a nosy ass child who wanted to see what these other kids are doing all the way. You know, you had a football field, there's 3 or 4 football fields. You got what I'm saying? And I'm at a specific one. My son is playing, I'm coaching, and I'm telling my daughter to stay here. Like, you can play with these kids here. But then she sees kids over there, and then she wants to go over there. That whether or not
that's like medical student.
You know, you got to understand. No, I understand what you're saying. Yes, I told her that. Yes, but that you know, but my daughter is nosy. If she sees somebody that she wants to go over there and talk to them and
What
thinks
they
it's
doing
cool.
over there?
Yeah, you know, unfortunately, yeah. I mean, I don't know if you met my daughter, but she's nosy as hell still.
I can't. Yeah.
So, but imagine that this was at this time. I think she was like 5 or 6 at this time when it happened. So I kept on telling her to stay here, play with these kids. But then, you know, she see somebody she think looks like one of her friends from school, and she's running off to another field.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I got sick of it, and I pretend kidnapping my daughter. Even though I hate saying it now, but I did do it. So fuck it. What's the point? I did it, and guess what? After that, she never left that area again at a football game. So I ain't never have to worry about it.
You had instilled fear in it.
Well,
trial and error.
hey, man. I don't regret it. I mean, I could have did it better, is what I'm saying. But I did it. I could have did something better. But at the time, I was just frustrated because I'm trying to coach and I'm worried about my daughter being running off. You know what I'm saying? So it was what it was. It is what it is. I'm not a perfect parent.
Notification on the Morning Max Show page. I appreciate that, Mr. John.
I heard earlier, I think it was Ronnie was talking about fear of the parents, whoever and all. I not blame, but you remember that show Unsolved Mysteries? And Unsolved Mysteries and whatever. Like I think that put a lot of fear in parents or whatever. At least I know it put fear in me.
I feel you on that.
Like when that guy got snatched. What was
got
Adam, that little boy?
His father was the host. John, what was his name? His son got killed.
Adams. No, not Don.
America's top. What was it?
America's
Most Wanted.
What is it?
Yeah,
John Adams.
Unsolved Mysteries. Unsolved Mysteries had that old guy.
I don't think it was John Adams.
President.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's when they started really going out the Amber Alerts for the kids came about, and the the
it was his ominous voice. You right? It was like, and maybe you two can solve the mystery.
His name was Robert Stack. Robert Stack was the name of the
dude that does the
Dateline
MSNBC. That should have some of the parents fearful too.
It did.
Them pedophiles coming in with pizza and cupcakes and shit for your kid. Talking about I just want to hang out. Nigga, you look 30.
Every time it came on, my mom would always ask me to like go to the store for some bread or something like that. No, and it'll be like nighttime. It'll be like nighttime.
He was testing you.
And my voice, I mean, in my head, I'm hearing it's August something. No, David Green was going to get loaf of bread and never seen again.
And never returned again.
Your Siri start, David. I can hear my Siri starting now.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wonder what
there was a white van that said white women on it, and we've never seen them since.
We never seen them ever again.
David Party Man Green.
I'm dead.
John Walsh was America's Most Wanted.
John
Thank
Walsh.
you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
Thank you,
and
thank
Yeah, he
you.
did have
Unsolved
that voice
Mysteries
that
is
made me
Robert
scared.
Stack.
John Walsh, because he
Yeah.
lost his
Yeah,
son,
because
Adam Walsh.
his son Adam.
Adam.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, like 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Podcasters get with Molly Robinson so you can learn how
He
to
was
put
real
more
advocate
foreplay
about that.
numbers on the
Still is
screen.
advocate about the children and abduction and all that stuff.
And
And
we
I'm
had,
I see something about some Fox 5.
oh, man.
What is this right here?
we got a
Hi,
video
everyone.
up.
New tonight, a Prince George's County family desperate for answers after their 19-year-old daughter's disappearance.
She has been missing for 6 days now. Our Shamari Stone spoke to her parents and has video of when she was
Got that
last
baby
seen.
head.
Show.
Ugh.
Sharon and Angie, Prince George's County Police, they are continuing to investigating this case. And right now it's a mystery. The unanswered question is, where is she? Dakara Thompson. She is 19 years old and she could be anywhere, her parents say, in the DMV area or out of the area. And they fear that something bad could have happened and they want your help finding their teenage daughter. Take a look. Her parents say this surveillance video shows 19-year-old Dakara Thompson parking, walking away on the sidewalk, and then locking her 2013 white Ford Edge SUV on the 1800 block of Jasmine Terrace near Riggs Road in Hyattsville, Maryland, around 1:30 a.m. Saturday morning. Her father tells me the last time he saw Dakara was Friday night around 10 o'clock when she said she'll be back and left his house in Lanham, Maryland. Her mother was able to track her iPhone and found the SUV where she parked it on the surveillance video in Hyattsville, around 9 miles from her house. Her parents told us her purse was in the SUV, containing $60 in cash, her driver's license, house keys, and credit cards. Tonight, they fear the worst and need your help.
So I called her. She didn't answer.
We found a car abandoned, and we found her belongings in the car. So I don't know. The only thing she has with her was her phone and the location where we found her car.
Your heart certainly goes out to them. Now, Dakara Thompson, well, her parents want your help finding her. If you have any information, call Prince George's County Police. Keep in mind, she has been missing for 6 days, and they desperately want your help finding her. I'm Shamari Stone. Back to you.
Do y'all remember this?
So according to NASA, the aliens is on their way to Earth, and they hostile, which means
I was gonna say, I don't think it's part.
Aliens,
I don't think that's part of it. I said it was the aliens.
Somebody on the panel changed the subject.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who jumped in with that? But
it sounded like Weezy.
yeah, it is a little deep today. I know, right? It is a little deep today. Shout, that's cool for Monday Madness. I rock with it. But yeah, damn, 19.
Rodney might did right. You know, he teaching his daughter, how to, protect herself and be aware of her surroundings. Don't just walk off. Anything can happen. And him teaching her that at a young age might help her when she's 19. Ain't no telling what this little girl at. Hopefully she's safe. Probably not. You know how things got it been days, and they haven't found this young lady. But I just wish she, had a little more awareness where she was at, where she was parking. It might have nothing to do with her. Somebody probably was following her. It just like our women out here got to be aware, especially our young women. It is sad.
Well, yeah, because I'm wondering if like did you park? Was you near a friend's house or like what made you park there and just get out?
And she left. I don't know. It's kind of weird if she left her phone and her wallet,
purse,
and
and
all her
all
purse
that,
and
like-
everything in there.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know. That's a different little situation. I wish she kept her head on a swivel a little bit more. Able to defend herself. Somebody try to come for her or something. Parents' worst nightmare. Please pray for not just this family but others as well. Yeah.
Left child.
For
Yeah,
sure.
he said it's deep this morning.
Yeah. I mean, I heard y'all talking about kidnapping, don't get snatched. I shared a video. This really happened. Niggas
Hell
out here
yeah.
like, oh shit. Yeah, this what really happens.
Uh-huh.
Like girls out here getting snatched. Kids, she 19 years old. She just left high school. You know, so it is good to have a tracker on your kid, AirTag, Apple Watch, whatever it take. You know, because they probably wouldn't even thought about the Apple Watch. I think she had the Apple Watch on. They probably still be able to track her.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna take your Apple Watch off. They probably made her leave her phone and everything, but they wouldn't
But
probably.
she can hide that on herself, you know,
I'm
and
definitely with the
still have
watch.
some way of, you know, being able to call actually and still be tracked live the whole time, like you said.
I guess the next step is self-defense.
Right. Right.
That too.
Right.
Definitely put my daughter in the self-defense as well.
I know LA's gonna be like, oh no, here he goes again. But a lot of these kidnappings and stuff and all is sacrifice. It's human sacrifice.
It's life or death for some of these girls. It just shows that they didn't take her things; they took her.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to parents to instill, and boys too, not just little girls, that they have to be able to fight and be able to fight hard. You got to break a nail. You got to kick where you say you don't kick little boys at. You got to willing to bite and break skin because they want you. They don't want your stuff. They don't want your car. They don't want your little $60.
Right.
No,
Man,
no.
you didn't have to say human sex. You could have said sex trafficking, David Green. I would have been like, all right. You didn't have to be like human sacrifice. Come on, man.
Yeah,
anything's possible though.
Yeah, that's human.
Hey, David Green's trying to protect. Yeah, he's trying to protect this dungeon. So he's not going to talk about sex trafficking. He's actually participating in that with the white girl in his dungeon. So he ain't going to bring that up. That's
What's her name, David? What's her name?
I don't know. Ask Ronnie.
Say their name.
It's all right. Nah, you ain't got to worry about that. You ain't got to worry about that young lady because she ain't white. It's the white girls in Cumberland.
I'm dead. Anyway, let me stop.
Stop there.
Leslie sacrificing it to a snake.
Ooh, quit that.
No, don't say that. There are real sick people out there. We know. We hear stories. We see it all the time. They had a HBO, if y'all remember, that True Detective stuff. They said they got it from real cases and people. What was that? Arizona or out way out in Wisconsin or Washington? I don't know, Washington State, whatever, Utah or whatever. There were people was abducting people and doing that stuff.
It's definitely it's a high rate here in the DMV area. It's definitely known that our kids, brown and black women, are being snatched on a daily around here. You know, I've seen several cases, unfortunately, that sound very similar to this. You know, and you have to be aware and you have to be knowledge of children
like
too.
This. It's you know, it sounded exactly like this, and then see this stuff. And parents is really looking for. Y'all remember that girl last year before last, that they said that it was a fake abduction. She left her wig behind.
Yeah.
They got out the car, said she saw the baby in the road.
No,
And then just appeared. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, just like whoever said it, it is kind of strange that she would leave all that stuff in the car and then just go off somewhere.
As if somebody made her or something like that. Because I just don't can imagine. It's not a friend nearby. It was a friend's house or something like that. You know, I'm wondering why you just parked there and just got out, just decided to walk without your stuff, like your phone, nothing. Like I feel like somebody made her actually.
Right.
Dude.
And women, we don't leave our purses just in the car and
Hell
stuff.
no.
We don't.
And kids don't leave their cell phones in the car either. She left her cell phone in the car.
Right.
They damn sure don't leave their phone in the car.
Phone though.
I told my daughter I wish she would not answer the phone when I call. Shit, I know you keep that phone on your ass. Don't try that. Shoot. I told my daughter the moment when she in college, I said the moment you don't answer my phone, the next moment your phone will not be working. You won't call no one. I'm gonna cut that joint off.
Right there.
Let parents know it. You can go right on T-Mobile and suspend that phone immediately.
Right,
they won't call nobody. Let them know. You answer my call.
I pray for the parents' sake that they find her alive and well.
I'm with that, Wheezy. I just think them social medias, you gotta be careful. There's a lot of fake profiles out here. It
Yeah.
could have been a dude that created a page that looked like something she attracted to
Yeah.
and lured her
Yep.
in. You know, they be doing this
Yeah.
online dating and stuff. And I know they say you 18, you grown as a woman. I just can't see my child being grown at 18. You know, just I
Right.
can't see her out there on her own. But 18, they get their car. They start saying, I do what I want to do. I'm grown now. You can't tell me what to do. It's like, I ain't telling you what to do. I'm just trying to make sure you protected out here because you don't know everything. At 19, I thought I knew a lot too. You know, then when I got older, I ain't know shit. I ain't know a damn thing. But at 19, you couldn't tell me I ain't know nothing. I knew everything. I'm smart. I'm in college. I'm doing my thing. You know,
It's the
so it
difference
just
between book smarts and street smarts.
I was beyond street smart. It just got a lot to do with experience. You know, like how would I know about paying rent if I never paid rent? So until I got my apartment, yeah, I heard big stories. Yeah, you want to do this, but when I got it on my own and had to pay rent and stuff, I started to understand how hard it is, how easy it could be if I do things this way and this
Yeah, that
way.
first of the month came around real quick.
Yeah, car
Mhm.
notes, car insurance. You start to learn like, okay, I got to book this on this day because this when I get paid. But you learn as you go. You know, at
Right.
19, I just got a car. I went up to the dealership. I want this car. Car note was $400. Insurance was $4 something. I'm paying $800 a month, and I'm thinking it's good.
Dude.
So I start hearing my friends like, I only pay $180. And I'm like, how? My mother got it in her name, or my father
Yep.
just got it in his name, and I ain't had that privilege. You know, so I had to pay top dollar. I could have paid they note off for the year for 2-3 payments. You know, so it's just like you live and you learn. So at 18, 19, I wouldn't allow my child to go out there and get a car in her name. If anything, I put it in my name. If we gonna mess with credit, that would be mine. But I still make sure she
There you
pays
go.
for it. But if things go wrong, I can step in and help her out. But you know,
But you
it's
gotta listen to your parents. How many times, like you said, they're 18 now and they grown, they can do it on their own. And your parents are like, well, I know a little something about interest rates. I know a little something about taking out a loan. I know a little something, like, let me guide you. They have to listen to your parents. That goes back to what Trey was saying earlier. Like each generation, you know, we can learn something from them. They can learn something from you.
yeah.
Yeah, but you also got to build that trust throughout the years because his parents out
Mhm.
here got shit in their kids' name. You know what I'm saying?
Put
Hell
my
His
aunt and
parents,
my mama name.
yeah,
yeah.
his parents out here got the electric bill in their kids' name, and
Yeah,
they
ain't
Yeah.
like,
nothing
they're like,
no.
why am I listening to you? You can't even get an electric bill in your own name. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
But
So
Yeah.
that's why I
it's
can tell
also
you because I've been through it.
that
That's why
ain't
I can
that ain't
tell
a
you.
good reason. Shit,
That's
hell
not a good
nah.
reason. You've been through
Yeah,
my
you been
credit.
through it. Apparently, you did it wrong.
You've been through my social security number.
Right, I did it
Why
Yeah.
am
wrong.
I?
That's how I come back and tell
Yeah.
you
Why
that
am I
that way
listening to
is
you? You
wrong.
doing? Why am I listening to it if you
Yeah,
doing
that
it
way it's
wrong? You
wrong.
got
Now
them
let's
two.
look
That's
at how.
just like you getting lost, right? The first time you got lost,
Nah.
you didn't know, but now that you know the way, you can tell somebody else how to go so they won't get lost.
Now you can
You
get
can't
good
fuck up
path
my credit though
information.
and talking about, well,
I
you
was
figure
told to
it
go to
out.
college, then I got in debt. You know, they ain't tell me about the debt part. You know, they ain't tell me just because you went to school for a certain subject, when you get home and you finish, you gonna get that job. That ain't guaranteed. You know, so
Correct.
there's a lot of things they don't tell you. They just say you need to go to school. You get now you're in debt. They ain't gonna help you pay it. They can say that's your debt. You figured that out. You know, so it's like tell them everything. You know, don't just tell a kid this how I did it. That's what I'm saying. How you did it ain't gonna be the same way how they should do it. You know, what work for you don't mean it's gonna work for them, but it's good to let them know. But it's still gonna take for them to go ahead and do it. They gotta go out here and do it. You can watch basketball as much as you want. They ain't gonna make you good. You gotta go out there and actually play. The more you play, the better you get. The more I film and stuff, the better I get. I could have read as many books and go to school for filming as much until I picked up the camera and cut it on and start operating it. That's
Hell
when I
yeah.
really learned. You know, so
Well,
I
that's why
think
they
telling
say
kids is okay,
experience.
but
That's
life
why.
experience is big.
Well, that's why they tell you it's a saying called experience is a good teacher. You got to
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah, but don't, as long as you don't fuck up my credit during your experience, then we good.
But you
Because
know
I ain't
what?
got to
Some
start from
people,
ground zero.
Look,
I understand
look.
it because
If
some
I
people had to
if I
do what
watch
they
my
had to
mom
do
getting
to
5
keep the lights
accidents, I'm
on.
not taking driving lessons from her. It's that simple. It's like you're a kid. Like if you watch your parents do shit wrong the whole time, you're not going to sit there and listen to them when they tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Come on,
I
let me
can't.
teach you something. No,
Yeah,
nigga.
I messed around and had unprotected sex in college, and now I got a kid and I dropped out. I can't talk to my daughter about how to graduate college. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't do it. All I can do is tell you, make sure you strap up, or you're gonna be in the same boat as me. That's it. You know, make sure that you take care of the protection, you protect yourself, and understand, or you're gonna be in the same boat as me. That's it. But I can't sit here and talk to her about what classes she should be taking and what time her school was. I didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so talk to somebody who finished college, and I'll tell you, go ahead and talk to Auntie Kendra. She got her master's. You know what I'm saying? Go talk to her. She'll help you get through that.
But you got to talk to the village. The village needs to take a part. Village, the aunties, the aunts, the grandmas, the best friends.
Well, I got you, but it's too many parents trying to teach their kids something that they ain't doing.
Wait a minute. Let me digress.
Well, let me. Can I finish?
Yeah, but I want to put a pin in what you saying right there. Let me make a middle note. This is where I wanted to stop you at, but go ahead.
So I can't finish or no?
No, you can finish. I just remember where.
What? Okay, yeah. So anyway, are you going to interrupt me or not interrupt me? Either or, I'm just want to know. Let's move on. The floor is yours. Yeah, all right. So what I was trying to say is, but us as parents have to be willing to admit that too. Us as parents have to be willing to say, okay, I fucked up here. So I want you to talk to somebody who didn't, because that's when your kids will really trust you. Because if you're trying to tell them about something that they know you ain't doing, you know what I'm saying? Then all you're doing is discrediting yourself. All you're doing, and a lot of parents don't realize that. They want to be like, no, I'm gonna tell you how to get through school. Well, you didn't make it through school. Yeah. So how are you going to tell me? You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. That's how I think kids look at it. That's how I think we are as a society. I want to learn from somebody who's done it, not from somebody who didn't do it and then still want to tell me how they did it, but they didn't do it. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I feel as a parent, that's what I said to my daughter. I was like, yo, she was telling me about classes. I was like, hey, look, I'm going to let you talk to Auntie Kendra, because guess what? I got a problem pulling my dick out. So therefore, I didn't make it through college. So, you know, that's just the simple truth. You got to be honest about it. So there you go. I'm done with it. You can interrupt me now.
You can learn a lot from somebody that didn't go. I know somebody that didn't go, that dropped out of school. Their child went to school, didn't go to college. But the child went to school, went to college, got the degree and everything. So, but the parent or the grandparent didn't make it, don't mean that the other child didn't make it. And it started because the parent didn't make it, and they knew that they wanted that for that child. So they was there to offer that push. They was there to say, go, you know, just because you ain't go, don't mean you don't have no ideas or input or got a good idea about something.
Yeah, but 9 times out of 10, somebody's not going to want to hear that opinion. And that's just the way things are shaped up.
It depends on the individual.
If somebody a race car driver, I'm not going to go to somebody that ain't never driven before or drives taxis. I'm not going to ask you about how to drive a NASCAR vehicle. It's just not going to, I don't want your tips. I don't want you to say, oh, well, I read. Yeah, but you ain't never been out there in the field. So
I agree.
I agree. I know Reese's blind. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna go outside and ask her what happened down the street. You know what I'm saying? She can't see it, so I ain't gonna ask you. I don't even want to hear what you think you saw, because anything you thought you saw ain't probably it, because you blind as hell. So therefore,
yeah, my friend Robin says that. She said you can't stand on the ground and teach me how to fly. So I agree to a degree. Yeah.
To a degree.
And that's just and I'm not saying that just because a parent, like, I'm not saying that just because I didn't go to school, my daughter is not going to go to school and be successful, or I don't have advice for her. What I'm saying is that I still need to know my weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? As a parent, as a person, I still need to know my weaknesses and know that, okay, I may not be the best person to give you this advice. But like I said, your Auntie Kendra got her master's. She done went to 3 colleges and graduated. I want you to follow her. Don't even listen to what I'm saying, because I ain't even do that shit. Go follow her. Talk to that person. You know,
but it could be another lesson within that, Rodney. Even though you can't tell her, like, when you're a senior, what classes to take or how to graduate, but you can also tell her, like, don't make the same mistake I did, because this is what happened. Like, so that's why I say it takes a village.
No, there's still things I'm not disagreeing from that person. I take motivation and stuff. Like, anybody can be motivational. It can, you know, words of encouragement, affirmations you can give me, stuff like that. But I just feel like for the most part, and I'll consider what someone has to say, but be
just as willing for me to hear what you say and go about my business about, in terms of what choices I want to
Yeah.
make if you haven't been in the same field and don't have the same experience. So it's like,
Mhm.
be as willing as someone is to tell me something, they had to be willing for me to take it, hear it, and move on and not use or utilize what they're talking about.
Oh, believe me telling her to make sure if she has sex that she's protected is way more valuable than anything that
Yeah, stuff like that.
Kendrick gonna teach her.
There's
Because
still stuff to
if
take
she don't
in.
do that, then she ain't gonna, you ain't gonna. It's gonna be hard for you to finish anything at all. So,
Yeah.
learn from me.
Still
But that's
stuff to
all.
take
It's
in
all good.
regardless. It doesn't.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
doesn't. You don't
absolutely.
block off that person because they haven't went to school. That would be ignorant. You miss a lot of messages in life if you just block people off because I'm the CEO and you ain't never been one. I firmly believe that if I have a conversation with a homeless person, you might be homeless and I might have a home, but you might tell me how to, obviously, like you said, pass down how to not fuck up and how to not do this, or what something about your story might, give me some motivation or make me steer in a different direction. But at the same time, don't be understand what we both are and consider the fact that I might just take in what you say and just keep rolling. Because some people like want to force their opinion on you. Some parents or older folks want to kind of force what they think on you instead of you having your own avenue.
Man,
So
you see it all the time. I see it a lot with trying to film movies and stuff. I hit up my boy Alex. I got certain people I ask questions to that I know that's already doing it. They done did it on P level. They done hire me for camera 3 and stuff, so I ask questions. But most times I get input from people who never filmed. They don't even know how to edit. They don't know nothing about editing, but they give me the most advice in the world. This how you should do this. What you should have shot it like this, and then it's like, I listen, I hear him through. It's just like sometimes it's like a lot of people think they professionals at something they never actually did because they older or they experience a little bit of it. It's like, nah, like I don't know how to fix some cars. I'm not gonna pretend because I know how to fix a tire. That don't mean I know how to fix an engine. And that's what it is when it comes to everything else. Anytime somebody needs something done, like on their vehicle and stuff, you take it to a car shop. Unless you know a maintenance man, I said maintenance man, a mechanic around the way, but most time you take it to a car shop because they know about cars. They know how to work on cars. So it's just like, why not do that with everything else? When you want to go to school for a certain subject, you go to school just for that subject, for camera, operating, broadcasting. It don't matter. I always say, what's your major? And then you get around people who already major in that, or they read books and stories about people who already did those things. You stuck on that subject. But it seems like if I'm not good in that field or strong in that field, I just find somebody who is that can teach my child, that can help my child. My child's a dancer. I can't dance, but she got some of the best dancers on the East Coast that's teaching her. I can't model, but she got some of these, and they gay guys that teach her how to model. They some of the best modeling coaches in the world. So it's just like I could have been arrogant and say, "Well, your mother used to model." She ain't model like they model. She know how to model, but it's like we gonna let the professionals, the people actually get paid and the things she want to do, like they gonna teach her. So I look at it with everything else. We just tend to think we know everything when it comes to our kids. It's like, no, we need to put them in the right place so somebody can teach them how to do the things we don't know. And for the things we do know, that's what we teach them. But for the things we don't know, we go to Misha or somebody else that might know about it. LA, anybody, it don't matter. You know about that field, comedy. I don't know shit about comedy too much. So one of my nephews went, I'm hollering at y'all. I'm at Reese, LA. You talk to them. They might can tell you about stage fright or how you open up or how you close the set. I don't know. And I'm not gonna try to act like, but you got some people that will act like they know. This how you do it. This what you supposed to do. Like, nah, can't do it.
But is it a problem to really admit to someone that what you don't know?
No, it's not a problem. It's a problem to pretend that you do,
I
though.
tell you in a heartbeat, I don't know.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's like, say you actually do know something about it, but people think you don't know. Like they were like, oh, she tell jokes. What does she know about the medical field? Haha. You didn't know she went to school for medicine. I mean, it's like that.
But when somebody has a lineage of displaying how a lot.
Yeah, you wouldn't know if they don't.
No,
You don't
Trey,
know.
speak on it. Come on, Trey, speak
When
on it. What
somebody
you about
has,
to say?
all right, when somebody has a lineage of displaying how most of the information they pass along is from the past and not of anything current. When I watch somebody, um, when I watch somebody try to teach And I'll take any lessons from anyone, so I don't judge anybody for who they are, where they've been, whatever, none of that. But at the same time, when I have somebody who has a history of uh not keeping up with the times, not being knowledgeable. I know people that will say that they have full experience in something, and you find out they just did a couple classes. So I can't. When I listen to people and what they display on a constant, I watch people. So when you have a history of displaying information that is based off what you used to do, based off the past, then that's when I have a problem. Because generally people aren't immersed in the things they say they're immersed in. They learn a few things, like we kind of shared on here. They learned a few things, but they're not necessarily immersed in it. It was probably of the past. It's not like, current, but I need people that are telling me things and teaching me things to actually be doing it, currently, or know about it. I don't want nobody that's gonna fall off or say that they don't know about this, type of technology, that they don't know about this or they don't know about that. I need somebody who's actually like knowledgeable.
Yeah, I don't need to hear what your friend told you about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want the information secondhand. If I want to fly a plane, I'm gonna go see a pilot. If I want to go do this, if I want to fix a pipe, I'm gonna call a plumber. I don't want to hear about, oh, my uncle was a plumber and he used to tell me to do this. You know what I'm saying? Type situation. That's just me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I would check the source because I know a lot of people that know a lot of different things. It may not be what they doing, but they also went to school for that. That's why you got majors and you got minors. But say if somebody never spoke on it, or you never knew that person, and they telling you, oh yeah, I have knowledge of that because I did that. You be like, yeah, right, whatever. And you dismiss.
I generally will look at the accuracy of the things that they say on a constant. So without even timing in to a deep conversation or anything, I listen to the things that come out their mouths regardless. So that helps me determine whether I can go for the things that they have to say. So if their information that they're giving is generally not credible, or if I look into the majority of what they say and it generally is not factual, is not accurate, then I generally will dismiss what someone has to say after a while.
I'm Weezy.
Nobody knows everything. And
Nobody knows everything.
And everybody can't relate to everything either.
Nobody knows everything.
No.
I'm sorry, guys. I thought I was on mute. My dad was talking. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're okay.
What up, Pop?
You can only relate to what you can relate to. How can you make somebody relate if they don't relate?
No, but I seen it a lot though. Like,
that's
I
what
played
staying
high
in your
school
lane is,
ball.
though.
Like I started running back. I started point guard. We won championships. I was real good. Still highlights on it. But it's dudes that was on our team that never touched the field. They never got in the game. We just got them on the team to make it look like it's a lot more of us than it actually is. So we go to kickoff, we look deep. But only about 20 of us playing. I played both ways. A lot of guys played both ways. And now that we older, you hear people say, well, I know football. I used to play. I played for Baloo. We won championships. Like, you never actually played. You never got in the game. You hear people that say, I know basketball because I played. You was on the team. That don't mean you know basketball. You know how to play at all. So when kids see this person dribbling the ball and he's shooting, they looking like, you play for who? Like, well, why on the pick and roll? You saying they know. Like, so it's like, yeah, you might have been on a basketball team. You might have been whatever it is. You could have, like you said, a nurse or anything. That don't mean you actually know what you're talking about. And that's what it get from a lot of MTs and all that. MTs, they're like, well, I used to be an MT. Okay. Fuck, if I'm bleeding out, you don't know what to do. Just like they know certain things, CPR and stuff like that. But it's like, just because you did something don't make you good at it.
Times change. Times change all the time. So
just because you went on a ride along doesn't make you an EMP.
Yeah, you might do the sign-in sheet. They sign in, they come in, you log them in the system, but you ain't in there cutting on people. You ain't in there doing the things that these doctors go to school for 8 years to do. So to say, well, you ain't got to listen to these people went to school for 8 years. I worked there, such and such. It's like, yeah, I might take some things from you, but I can't take everything. That don't mean you don't know nothing. I just know that means you don't know everything. I just know you got foot doctors, you got eye doctors. The eye doctor don't know too much about the foot as much as the foot doctor knows. Same thing with the foot doctor, don't know too much about the eye. So that's why I tell it's certain parts of the body that certain doctors, that's all they work on. And that's mostly what all they mostly know or all they care to learn. And that's good because when that part of the body is hurting, that's who you want to go to. I don't want to go to the foot doctor to get my eye looked at. He's like, well, he work on eyes too. Now I want to go to the guy that only work on eyes.
Right.
No, this all he do. And that's what I think people get confused. Just because you experience or did something don't make you good at it. There's a lot of people play basketball on the team, but they ain't actually play at all. They wasn't good. And their teams probably weren't good. But that don't mean you know basketball and know how to play.
Right.
And I also just want to say that we got to learn that there are some people that are put on this earth to be bad examples. So you can take
Hey, that's the truth, though.
Yeah,
That is the truth, though, Brian.
Make you say, "Hey, I'm not doing that." And my brothers,
All right,
I
Phoenix. See
love
you
my
tomorrow.
brothers. I love them, but they did some things. They just bad
Exactly,
examples.
JC.
That's why I don't do drugs
Yeah.
and do stuff like that and don't drink like I do because of them. And because of that, I feel like I'm a better person. And also, not only that, is that also people always talk about book smarts and street smarts. I'm not much of a street smart person because I weren't in the streets. I was in the books. So that's why I got people like Choutbout who's been in the streets and is teaching me street talk. That's why I know stuff about the Susies and the 3-minute jail call and all that good stuff. So
It's 10 years is only 6.5.
Lord.
Yeah,
It
you know
takes
what I'm saying?
percentage. It takes
It's
us
10%.
all.
Now I understand exactly.
Lord.
Now I understand that stuff. So, like I said,
Man.
just because they're bad, just because they're not good people, that don't mean you can't learn anything from them. Because you can learn from bad people.
Of course.
But we also know that you can't do any math problems with Choutbout. Like we know he may know street shit, but don't ask no math problems. That's all you
That's
already
why,
know.
that's why Chout is with me, because I'm the book smarts. See,
Right.
That
There
part.
you go.
Balance.
like our yin and
Yeah.
yang right there. That's
Yeah.
that's what it is.
That's a good analogy.
997,000. Only need
It's
3
an
more.
analogy for relationships. Wherever you're in a relationship, whether it's a friendship, marriage, whatever, if my partner falls short, then I can pick up the slack. It's like if we balance each other out. What I don't know, they know. What they don't know, I know. You know, that's a great balance. That's
Except for Reese, who knows everything.
wait a minute. Why would you say that?
Here we go.
Get him, Reese.
Why would you say that?
I ain't say nothing.
No, yeah, you did. Why would you say that? Why would you say Reese who know everything? When I just said that a lot that I don't. I act like when I say y'all, I'm just speaking in general. But I did a lot. I've seen a lot, and I can only tell you what I know or what I went through.
Hold on, Reese. Rodney, answer the question.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was the question?
Why would you say that?
Oh, because we've had previous conversations where Reese would talk for men, will talk for things that I know she don't got experience in. So, that was just bringing it back up. That's all. Just
You have an
make sure
example?
everybody knows that Reese, I don't really want to go back into it. It was just a joke. I don't really want to go deep into it. I don't really want to go deep
Get
into
him,
it,
Reese.
but we've had the arguments where I fought her, and I'm just like, so you talking for all men? Like, I'm just curious to what's going on here, and we've had that conversations in the past.
You gotta stop doing that face thing too. And let me know you agitated.
Nobody can talk for all of nothing because nobody have experienced all of nothing. So I can't talk for all men. I don't know all men. I can only talk about what I see in my circle. I can't talk for all women because I don't know all women. I can only talk about what I experienced and seen in my circle. Now, how big is my circle? That's the sign. It could be 10 people. It could be 100 people. But all I know is what I know. So when I say a comment that men such and such, I can't talk for all men because I ain't.
You can't talk for any of them.
I don't
You
know
can't
what
talk
all
for any
men.
of them. That's the
I can
problem.
only tell you what I experienced, Rodney. And you
Right.
want to discredit me like I ain't experienced shit or what I.
No, I'm saying you can't.
When you start running out of air, that's when I start laughing. Shit.
But you can't talk for any men as far as I'm concerned. But I still listen.
Do you realize that? Oh, you should be medicated. Nobody know all of everything.
Well, if everybody stick to what they know and shut the fuck up with everything else, I think we'd be fine.
That's funny, yeah.
Oh, that's
Jesus.
Why do people care
Was
so
that a
much?
soundbite?
Why
Was that
do
a
people
soundbite, or
care
you
if
just said
somebody
that, Trey?
believes?
Oh, I just said it.
Oh, I was about to say, yo, I want that.
Oh no, that's just.
I thought that was a soundbite at
You
first.
can have it.
I
I'll
was
sing
like,
on the microphone. You can use it. I don't give a fuck.
Bullshit.
oh, shit. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. But why do people care so much if somebody believe them? Like I didn't care about that.
I
since
don't
I was
understand
like in
that
high
either.
school. Like, if I know I'm telling the truth, like, and you say I'm lying, I just laugh like, all right. You know, it's like
Yeah.
you got some people that like will argue down, like, what make you think I'm a liar? Like that is like
I never
we don't
Because
play
you
about
just
that. You
really,
call her like my sisters don't play about that. You know, I don't know if it's a woman thing. I know a couple of dudes too. It's just like, why you got to prove that you're telling the truth when you can't prove that you're telling the truth? So it's just
Yeah,
like,
I was gonna say I
really,
never cared because the proof was always there to show, and
but
usually it was proof that generated itself without me having to talk about it, mention it, have somebody else say something about it, make a post
yeah.
about it. It was something that rang true for you to see regardless. So I didn't need to say anything about it. So I didn't need to prove or make nobody feel like shit. Nah, if I knew it, I knew
I
it,
know
and I was able to.
that's
That was it. Yeah.
but
For
that's
me,
the
is
time
you
for
gonna
you.
fuck
I
around
feel
and
like
found
you
out
picked.
anyway. So
You picked. That's
For
the
some
thing.
people, it's you're challenging their character, and some people take it very personal, especially someone like Molly who's self-employed. Like if they say Molly's product is some trash, Molly be like, I know my shit is premium and it's handmade, and he could say all these things. But if you start to spread this untruth, it could affect businesses. It affects your character. So
see that's
some people
the
have a
thing.
really big
Like
problem with you
saying
telling a
the truth.
lie on them, whether they can prove it or not. You saying I'm something I'm not.
No, they saying they
But
don't
you,
believe
you're
you.
not a
you,
They
man.
saying you something you
That's
not.
what I'm
but you
saying.
and someone, yeah, she's not a man.
Yeah,
But
you're not a man, so you can't talk for men. I don't understand how that doesn't make sense.
But if I can use what Ms. Misha said, for instance, with Molly, anyway, he has a service to a couple different services, but that reach the people regardless. So he is generally working with a multitude of people who can naturally witness his work and see what his
Yeah.
work ethic is like, what his material comes out like. He's going to be doing things, whether it's be LA Josh or you, Misha, out on the road doing what you're doing, you at work, Rodney doing what he does. We do things that, I mean, we're on camera right now. So whoever's watching can see that we are capable of holding a conversation or doing the following. They don't need to, I don't need to tell half the people that I know on Facebook or whatever what I do, or that I do it well, or whatever, because they see that. So if anybody's chiming into you at all or gives a fuck, they're going to know what your makeup is as a person. And then if you are really, really that solid, you're going to be banning people with you, because people are naturally going to want to gravitate towards what you're doing, and it's going to stockpile. So you have more and more people that'll get immersed in what you're doing. That word of mouth is powerful, more powerful than rumors.
Yeah, it's true. You know, as much as people say my drink might be nasty, I got more people saying that it's good. You know, so I wouldn't care too much about that. I done had somebody on the air say that my business is terrible. They came on the show and said I don't do good business when it comes to filming and all that. It's
On
cool.
this show,
You know, but I
too,
had
actually.
to show that
On this
I
show.
do. And I was just like, show me that I don't. You know, it's just like you can say that, but it's just like just because you say something without proof, that don't mean I should believe you. And it always comes to the next person you telling it to. So somebody go to somebody else like Trey and say Marley lemonade is nasty. It's up to Trey to believe it or not. Now, if he want to choose to believe it, and the next person, it's just like cool. But for me, I'm not gonna go out my way to try to prove this dude lying. You know, that's just me. You know, but it can be different with other people. Cause I'm gonna let my product talk for itself. You know, it's like, hun, you taste my drink. All you're gonna do is draw more people into me. Oh, them drinks nasty. I tried. Oh,
There
I
you
tried.
go.
It was good. Tyrese said my drink was nasty, or Seymour's nasty. He drunk the damn all the Reese's lemonade one day in the refrigerator. So it's like, okay, I heard it was nasty, but I turn around, results stay different. You know, so it's like people can say what they want, as long as you can't prove. You know, so it's like I can't trip. But so some people it bother them. Do it bother you, LA, when people call you a liar or something like that?
A lot. Well, yeah, in
You
a
lying.
way, it does.
It bothers
Because
all of us.
oh, geez.
No, see, she
No,
talking
it
to
doesn't.
everybody
No, it
again.
does not.
Once again,
And
because
that's
it
the
does not.
problem. No, it does
It
not.
does
He
not
asked,
bother
he
all
asked,
of
No,
us.
it
he
does
asked
not.
Josh
That's
a
the
direct
problem.
question. I
Yeah,
gotta side with Rodney on that
Risky
one. He
said
asked him a
it
direct
bothers
question.
all of us.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Risky says
Let
it
me-
bothers all of
okay,
us. No, it
okay.
does not. You can't speak for me. Then once again,
See,
don't
there we
speak for
go.
me.
Back to Josh.
Go ahead, Josh. Sorry.
For Rodney, but go ahead, Josh.
But yeah, it does bother me. Okay, all right. But yes, it does bother me when someone's lies on me because it affects. It doesn't necessarily.
I'm
It
not
affects
saying
the
lie on
people
you,
that
Josh.
don't-
My bad. I ain't saying lie on you. I said don't believe you. Like you said, I got a podcast that come on Tuesday and Thursday, and they don't believe you. Does that
Oh.
bother you? Now lying on you is totally different.
Oh,
You just
okay,
saying
okay.
believe
Oh,
you.
you said
They
don't
switch to
believe.
lying on you. Nah, it's believing you.
I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't believe me. I mean, I'm not this person that sits there and just makes up stuff. You know, I whatever I say is usually the truth. You know, I'm not other people like on this panel like Rodney who just says stuff that so he can be funnier and stuff, and you find out it's not true. You know, what I say, I'm pretty much telling the truth. And if you don't want to believe me, then you know I got proof. Like people will say that I'm not a wrestler. Well, I mean, I've got people like Scott. I got videos. You can look up Carolina Wrestling Federation, and see my name and my face on there and stuff. So I don't get too much people saying that they don't believe me, because with my experience, I tell the truth. There's the only person I really lie to is my wife, because there's some things that if I say something else, we're gonna get in trouble. Okay, so if there's people, because there's no reason for me to like lie or people for not to believe me, because they know I'm gonna tell the truth, because there's no reason for me to lie for you not to believe me, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think
you know.
It makes perfectly sense because Rodney can sit. I'm talking to you now, Rodney, and tell a lie. You can sit and Rodney know he telling a lie, he making it up, but everybody believe Rodney. I can say and tell you the truth, and they be like, "Oh, she lying, she capping."
So you would have to question yourself
Hold
realistically.
on. Go ahead, let her finish first, because I want to reply.
Why do people believe a lie versus the truth?
Don't open up Pandora's box if you're not
Who
ready.
believe the lie? You gotta say who believed the lie.
sorry.
You can't say people, because people.
I'm just general. I'm not saying nobody don't. I'm just saying I'm giving an example, and I'm just saying
nobody believe Rodney lies. You believe.
That's the problem.
Look, man.
Well, I believe you, Rodney. Go ahead. We need to hear from this.
Oh, what? Look, hey, we're on. Unfortunately for me, I don't believe anybody on television, anybody in entertainment, anybody, a comedian telling a joke. I'm not going to believe you. The joke is set up. The conversation is set up. There's times I come on here and I disagree for no reason, just to have a disagreement, so that we're not talking about nothing, to keep it entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Do I care about half the stuff we talk about? Absolutely not. Sometimes we do have conversations. Today's a great conversation that I do care. But when we talk about, I don't know, vagina wetnesses and things like that, I don't care.
That's
it doesn't matter either or. I don't care. So I'm telling the story to make it interesting, because I'm bored. Like, I mean, if you don't realize that, then I'm sorry for you. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. But I'm trying to be entertaining, because I'm on a place to be entertaining. So yeah, do I tell things that are not completely true? Absolutely. And do I believe for 1 second that Reese tells the honest truth every time? Absolutely not. I don't believe that for a split fucking second. You know what I'm saying? And now, whether you come on here and you decide to tell the absolute truth every time you come on here, that's your decision. But we are on an entertainment page. I hope people don't believe that David the Funny Man Green doesn't have white women in her basement. I hope people don't believe that Mimi is not. I always say that putting her and Reese together is a terrible duo. Mimi on here, I actually love her on here and love the things that she's saying. I don't understand why she gets with Althea and it becomes dumb ideas. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't make sense to me. But I'm now believing that it's not Mimi, it's Althea. When Althea comes, it's a dumb idea. When Mimi says it, is actually probably smart, but then by the time it goes down the telephone through Althea, it's dumb and crazy. So therefore, I'm just saying how I feel. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, I don't know what anybody else thought. If you thought I was telling the truth the whole time, then guess what? My name is not Beast. My name is not Beast One. You know what I'm saying? There you go. My name is not Beast One. I do love my kids. You ask me a question, I'll give it an answer, and that's all I got to say. You know, what else you want?
Wouldn't that be somebody if you have to spend most of your time like repelling the fact that what you're saying is a lie? Doesn't it mean that you have to check yourself and figure out why everything that comes out your mouth is taken as a lie?
But you lost credibility at some point in time.
Well, I mean, yeah, I know that, but I'm just saying, like, for those that have to, I guess, go, you know, spend most of their time saying why what they're saying is not a lie, I would think that's because generally what comes out of your mouth is taken as one. So,
I can't speak for everybody. I can only speak for myself. And I'm thinking that I lost credibility because you guys look at me as just a jokester. You know,
no. In the words of Rodney, you talking for all men.
There you go. There you go. You instantly lose credibility when you talk for everybody. Yeah, you put everything in. Yeah, you instantly like only talk for yourself. When you say, well, everybody on the panel has that. No, everybody does not. And all the men do this. No, all the men don't. So you gotta, that's when you lose credibility when people, and then what makes you lose it even more is when I make a simple correction like that and you're not willing to say, you're right. You're right. It's not everybody on the panel. You're right. I can't speak for all men. And you argue to me why you can. Like, I can. I had a son. I had an uncle. I had this. I can. They told me. No.
I never said that I speak for all men. I said I can only speak. I might look. Maybe I'm saying you all and y'all and all whatever, but that's not what I'm.
You never verbalize that you speak for all men, but when you generally answer, you do.
Yeah, I would say don't say all or something, but
well, I'm gonna say this: all men. Reese, you lost credibility when you told that cheesecake story. I'm dead.
100%.
That cheesecake story.
And she blamed it on Mimi. And she blamed it on Mimi, and I don't believe that. I don't believe Mimi had nothing to do with that cheesecake story. Nope, nothing at all.
Mimi invented it.
I think I'm entitled. You want answers. I want the truth.
Mimi.
Right.
Where's she at? No, let her.
Not even around for support right now.
Let her speak for herself.
Look, I'm good.
I always thought that Reese was being funny. You know, that's why anytime you hear him like, Reese, you lying. Then when she started to get mad, I ain't lying. That's why I'm like, oh shit, I thought she was joking.
Oh yeah, I thought she was joking.
So it's like some of the stories didn't sound believable till your aunt stamped it. You like a dude blowing your pussy, you thought you was dying. You know, you damn near wrong. So I was just like shit like that. I just don't believe, you know, because it just didn't make sense to me. You know, even things you say, I remember everything when I was 2 and 3. I was like, what? You know, because it didn't make sense to me. But you did have people come behind and say, oh yeah, she remember this. Oh yeah, she did this and did that. But I thought you were just joking most of the time. I thought you were saying some of the shit just to be funny, and then find out half the time it was true. You say, oh, I didn't know that. I was naive to this. I didn't know you had his dick in the popcorn.
Dick in the popcorn, yeah.
Like, you lying, you know, but it ain't never for you to take sure. I just always thought you were joking because you're a comedian. Then find out you not joking. You know, it's just like, oh shit, you know, but you'll get caught on. Y'all don't believe me. Like, hell no. Right. You know, because it's a crazy story. That don't make it not true. It just make it hard to believe. And it don't make, it's no way you can prove it. You know, so it's just like, it's each his own. But I don't think you should ever get in your feelings about it because you know it's true. So it shouldn't matter to you.
And to be honest with you, when the show over, I could care less or not. Whether or not he blew on your pussy and you did die. I don't know. I wasn't there, nor do I, you know, it wasn't like it wasn't like it matters to me. You know?
Right.
We could be talking to the ghost of Reese. You died when he blew on that pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Get up. Get up.
I am for me before we go out, man.
I thought the end of the joke you was gonna say he blew your back out, literally.
Right.
You know, that's what I thought it was gonna go to when you told that joke, when you told that story.
Like, dude had a dick in my face. I know what to do with it.
Right. Well,
what do with it?
I don't know what to do with it.
I know what to do with it. Naive. I know what to do with it next.
We're gonna test that out on Friday.
No, you don't. You don't know what to do with it.
That's all right. We're gonna test it out.
Oh, she got somebody coming over to test it out?
No. But we got a little.
Oh, y'all got some plans?
I would like to give props to myself because it seems like nobody gave me props in the chat. But you know, Rodney got all the props today. You know, speak on it, bitch. Speak on it, Molly. Speak on it, Trey. LA got no props. But one thing is for sure, I got the only slap
There she goes.
of the night. Yeah.
Misha, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You always try to go past the business hours.
Yeah, that go me.
Misha, there you go. Misha, they talking about the story with the cheesecake story.
Oh my
They
God.
said
Cheesecake story.
that was I did. Can you tell
Hey,
them where
what
that came
cheesecake
from?
story?
What
She don't
cheesecake
know.
story?
What cheesecake story?
That was
There you
the
go,
cheesecake
see?
bar. What was it called? The cookie bar? It's cheesecake, right?
LA no.
I don't know. You tell
I'm
us.
trying to forget, Molly.
Look at you,
Misha
lying.
had no idea what's
Liar.
going on.
Liar.
She be blaming Misha for all this shit.
Misha said what?
She be blaming
You said
Misha
what
for
story?
everything. I know it.
What's that called?
I don't remember
knew it.
that.
I knew it. Gotcha, bitch. I knew it.
Gotcha. Get ya.
What's the story? Somebody tell me what's the story.
About the
Don't,
cheesecake
hey,
bar.
don't tell it. Don't tell it. Don't worry about it. Hey, cut the show,
wrap
Molly. It's
it
time to
in
go,
the
man. We
It's
gotta
all
wrap
right.
this
Let's
up.
wrap
The
it up.
cheesecake bars that I made,
Yes.
the ones that you said you was going to tell the story and act like it was something it wasn't. That
There you
That
go.
you said
You
said she was going to make it to a story.
Yo,
Thank you, Misha.
cheesecake,
Thank
take
you, and
that.
that's why you're the sponsor of this
Set you free.
great show right here.
Come on, Misha, you messing up, Misha. What you doing?
Come on, Misha.
Hey,
Oh,
Misha,
yeah.
Why we don't
No,
believe
it's a lie. It's all a lie. It's all made up. And I made
you the one that told her to
We
do
told
that.
you it was. We always told you it was a lie.
I didn't. All right, whatever.
I know, that's what we said. Whatever.
Whatever.
Kaboom.
Yeah, Misha, she lying on your name,
She
Misha.
lying.
Misha,
what did I do?
Liar, liar,
You
pants
was the
on
one
fire.
that said you should get the thing and act like it's the
Dang it.
the thing eating the cheesecake.
Said that?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
No, you didn't say it. It just came out of
We were talking and having the
Liar.
conversation, but I don't remember saying you should. But
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
if I said it, I'm gonna stand on it if I did. But
Come on.
Liar, liar,
Me,
pants on
me,
fire.
me.
Liar, 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 liar.
Get her. And Misha, we hold.
Why?
I like to be called liars.
Liar, 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 liar.
So I'm just going up.
Why you always?
Are your pants on fire? You're a liar.
We don't believe you. You're evil. I know people.
Look, I know.
Who's gonna
Oh my God!
And if it is a lie, then so the fuck what?
That's always the end result. If it's a lie, that's not a fuck what. That's always the end result. Liar.
Turn up to
my goodness.
where the peanut
Don't forget about the announcements that you always roll out.
that twist. When they
Don't
do
skip the announcements you always roll out.
Oh my gosh!
Come on, stop. The Virgo party. Every member of the Wu-Tang Clan is going to be
Liar.
Y'all going in. What did I
Don't forget
miss?
about the announcements you always roll out. What happened to that? What happened to what happened to reading about levels and doubt jokes of cutting up in the creek, hosted by LA Josh Preston, starring
Give the people the acknowledgement. What am I seeing? Something's cutting up in the what's this?
Cutting up in the creek.
You gotta be there to cut up in the creek. I ain't saying shit because I'm lying.
Yep, Cutting Up in the Creek. This is hosted by LA Josh Preston, starring Chow Bout, aka Bout starring Chow Bout, aka Bout Got Jokes. Headlining by Jordan B. This is on October 3rd of this year, of course. Doors open at 7 p.m. Showtime starts at 10 p.m.
And it's also we have in attendance our liar of the week, Althea McFarland, and this will be at 839 E Little Creek Road,
You
Norfolk,
Patty, you Patty.
Virginia.
Right.
Norfolk,
Address
Virginia.
subject to change.
No, on a
Oh my
serious note, you can
God.
reach out to anybody on this panel or on this flyer right here for information, or you can reach out and get tickets at Eventbrite itself.
Yes, it's $22.50 from now until the show starts.
Oh,
There's
okay,
no
okay. We thought we get in there early.
No getting in free.
All right.
Well, tickets be sold at the door. You get tickets at the door.
You sure
Right.
can. And anybody from Bum Her, will be very happy to see. Everybody who starred in Bum Her in that movie. That's Reese, Misha, and Wheezy. Definitely.
Oh my God.
All right, it's a Boots on the Ground comedy country and after party. This is one of those events that has a cash prize. It's a $50 first place prize and $25 for second place best country outfit. This is a DJ Beatman production and Barbie Books production. This is on Saturday, September 27th. Tickets are going to be $40 in advance. You can reach out to anybody on this flyer right here, as well as our very own Althea McFarland for information on getting your tickets, or you can use the Eventbrite page to look up the Boots on the Ground comedy country and after party headlined by Kobe Jack. This address is 401 North Howard Street, Baltimore, Maryland. Doors open at 7 p.m. Showtime starts at 8 p.m. There's a cash bar and food available.
Oh my gosh. We almost done. We good? There we go.
Uh-oh. Is that Mamba? Oh, wow. Mama hasn't came home in a
There you go.
long time. I thought Mama didn't know me no more.
Oh my gosh.
Is that it?
I think we
Go
done.
ahead and play that Mama
Yeah.
joint.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all for
Mama.
watching today. Hey, thank you, LA, for tapping in. Our girl Misha and me.
Hey,
Hopefully
join me
come.
tonight. Tonight, 7 o'clock. Dad Mentality back. Yeah, we back.
At 7.
We're gonna do our terrible picks. Make sure y'all get it for the season to start. We're gonna talk about the stuff that we did over the summer and all the good times that we had and just coming back to the show. And we got a lot of great things planned. I got a couple book authors coming in. I got some other guys coming in talking about different things. Entrepreneurship is one of the things we'll be focusing on this month, and also health, getting your health right. And just in case you didn't know, make sure Kendra, what is her name? God damn it. Forget it. She's been my trainer for the last 2 weeks, and I've been losing weight, trying to get down to that 245 so I can go skydiving. When I go to the what is it? Something at the creek or whatever in Norfolk. Yeah, when I go down to that, I'm gonna be down to 245. So I've been working out with her. So get your health together, because when I on my show, even though I do tell lies, whatever I talk about, I try to be about. So if I'm talking about health, mental health, and doing all these things, I'm being about it too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Is that Lady K? That's what you're talking about, right?
Lady K, yes, Lady K Fit Wellness. Thank you, sir. Josh is on top of it, my boy, my man. But yeah, Lady K.
Congratulations on your weight loss, but you can keep that skydiving. That's no.
Lady K Wellness.
Nigga, you losing weight so you can get rid of that high blood pressure. Stop welling.
Oh no, I already got rid of that. I'm good. My health been good. Now you need to play that line. Now you need to play that line, Joy. But my health is a lot better. Hey, I was 318 pounds, y'all. 318 pounds.
Big boy.
Wow. Now I'm getting down there. Now I'm trying to get to 245. I weighed myself yesterday. I was at 256. So
That's what's up. Okay.
The way y'all men lose weight, you be that by the weekend. Stop playing.
Oh yeah.
Nah, I lost all the water weight. Now it's tough. It's tough to get rid of the weight now. Now I'm already working hard to get rid of it.
AI video me fat and just say, follow me. You can lose 100 pounds in 2-3 months. I did it. Why not you? It's like,
oh, hell's no, because people will start unfollowing thinking he's hacked.
Oh, I'm.
Now I'm gonna do a video of me with my stomach out, and then I'm gonna say, "You want to see the new me?" And it's gonna be Molly standing there.
Before and after. Sea moss drink.
They're
All
gonna
it
think
takes
that's AI.
One sip of sea moss, and I was slim and
yeah,
trim.
yeah, I'm gonna have the sea moss and take a sip of the sea moss, and then.
Take all that, nigga. Doc now.
Dark skin with dreads.
I don't know what happened to the height though. You're gonna be a lot shorter. They might not want that.
It's all right. I went from
sorry, we testing our product.
318 to 125. There we go.
We
One
testing
drink
our
is
product. We got more product coming out. Don't worry about it.
That's what's up.
Not on a bang.
All right, there we go.
All right, we out, y'all.
We playing this
Ladies and gentlemen.
I got them things. All right, David.
The funniest man in the world. Funny man.
Hey, y'all want to talk about somebody lying? Y'all want to talk about somebody lying? Yeah, listen to this joke.
That boy got no. Shout out to Kyrie.
The most rapiest man alive.
Hello, y'all.
I